Hey guys, how's it going? Hey, welcome in, guys. Hey, tap the screen. Tap the screen. How about with the live goal? Liam was talking shit. I am so surprised. Color me shocked. That's all he knows how to do. Yeah, Mike, I'll probably be doing some more. Happy hump day, Dammy. It was all right, Nolan. Thank you. Let's see. Heyo, see you down there. Allison, see you down there too. Jennifer. Isn't it Paige? Right? It's one of the best. One of my all-time favorites. All right, phone line is on. Happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. Happy birthday, Sam. Let's do one more. Yeah, we'll do this one right here. Exactly. Who doesn't love some men at work? Guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, you still support him. I invite you to hop up in the box. We can have a conversation. Oh, thanks, Ray. Got it a show a couple years ago. Hey, guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you guys for doing all the good things. Helping out with that live goal, tapping the screen. Once again, if you voted for Donald Trump, you can hop in the box and have a conversation with us. He's in Erika's live right now. That's funny. Oh, it's the red, white, and blue, whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah, it's the red, white, and true, or red, white, and blue true guy, whatever his name. That's funny. Oh my god, hilarious. Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay, how old are you? What state did you vote in?
You broke up at the end. I'm 26. What was the second part?
I said, how old are you? What state did you vote in?
It might be my connection. What did I vote in?
State.
Oh, Ohio.
Okay. Why do you still support Donald Trump as of July 2026?
Yep. So first, I want to say you're one of my favorite YouTubers. You know.
Okay. Thank you. You got some background noise. I don't know if you're watching TV or something. Could you turn it off?
I think he's trying to do a sound, but it doesn't really work over the phone.
It doesn't. Yeah, dude, if you're trying to do it over the phone, it just doesn't really work. I don't know. Like, it wasn't coming through clearly.
Yeah, you gotta join through the panel to do that. Dumbass.
Oh, isn't that what they were trying to do, Ari? Oh, yeah. I hate to break it to you guys, that doesn't work over the tube because it won't come through clearly enough. Good try though. Good try. Good try. Hi, Ari. By the way, hi, friend. Yeah. Great try. They're trying everything these days. They're trying to say that we do things with underage girls and try to do the copyright thing. It's all over the place. Absolutely, Ari. I'm looking forward to it. By the way, for those of you who are probably not aware, I'm going to be on early before our show. I'm going to be on with our friend Ari co-hosting. I'm very, very excited about that. So please look for the both of us earlier on. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. So it's going to be good times, very good times. It's going to be great. Okay, all right. I can do things with that. We'll do it. We'll do it us, and then I'll hang out with him later. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Thank you, friend. It's gonna be great. So make sure that you guys are tuning in early when I go on and co-host on Ari's show with her, and then I'll still be on normal time with Nemo later on in the evening. Yeah, Tony. I mean, well, Ari, half the time Nemo is still asleep when your lives are on. Don't take offense. Like legitimately, there are some times when I text him and I'm like, "Hey, we're gonna." He's like, "Oh, I just woke up. Let me get ready." So like, don't take it personally. Well, have you seen the man? The man is on lives at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. in the morning, and it's not because he got up then. It's because he's been on all night long. So he's a literal vampire. I think that I'm a vampire. Hey, Michael. I think that I'm a vampire, but goddamn, this guy, he's got me beat. Fucking facts.
Yeah, that's true.
Hi, Nell. So, anyways, guys, we're just getting started here. We're just kind of getting rolling. Please continue to tap. The world is a vampire. Oh, well, Ari, that's why we love you. If we're not all being weird, then what the fuck are we doing here? Like, being weird is what we all do. So let's all be weird together. Okay? Cool. Guys, so do me a couple of favors. Number one is continue to tap that screen. Number two is continue to help out with the live goal. Don't just take care of me, take care of Nemo. If you do both of those things, it will absolutely help push us with the FYP and do all the good things. If you're over on the tube, you know what to do. Likes and comments and keep things rolling. You can offer up a super chat to me if you're over on the tube. If you'd like to offer support to Nemo, over there you can find links right down in the description to both of us. If you're over here on TikTok, you know that you can find links in our bios to do that, other than the normal gifts. And of course, sharing, reposting, doing all of those wonderful things is all delightful. So we really appreciate everything. But mainly, we'd like to know that if you are a Trump supporter, if you voted for Donald Trump, exactly, CT. If you voted for Donald Trump, we'd like you guys to hop in the box. We'd like to have a conversation with you. Or if you're over on the tube or on Twitch, we'd like you guys to call that number that's above my head or that is pinned in the chat. That will get you directly to us, just like that first guy did when apparently he tried to do some, I don't know, thing that doesn't work because over the phone it's not going to be a thing. So best of luck to you if you're going to try to do that shit. So anyways. Here we are. Real quick, as I'm sure a lot of you saw, Plattner is officially out. So that's good. I'm glad that he did that. He needed to. And what a real fucking sad end to what looked like a real promising campaign. I still very much believe in the values politically that he brought, and I am going to be incredibly disappointed if the main Democratic Party does not pick someone equally as progressive or nearly equally as progressive. If there was a lesson to be learned here, I believe that lesson is that the voters here, because I am still in Maine, as you can see, the voters here want a progressive candidate. They want a progressive candidate. And the main Democratic Party needs to get its act together and not do a moderate Democrat that toes the party line, even though I'm fairly certain that that's exactly what they want to do. So, but, anyways, it looks like we got somebody in the box here. Let's see. Kylie. Swack. Hi, did you vote for Donald Trump? Swack.
Yes, I'm a man. Thank you.
I
I'm a man. What's up?
I didn't ask that question. I said, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, you just asked that question. I'm a man. That's right. What's up?
I didn't ask that question. I said, did you vote for Donald Trump? It's a yes or no question.
Yeah. I see that you're
Okay,
squibbling
great.
twink doubles.
Fantastic. So, and then how old are you and what state did you vote in?
Yes, I voted for Trump. I
How
voted for
old
Trump,
are
boy.
you and what state
Yes.
did you vote in? Do you not
38,
speak?
Texas.
38 Tech. There we go. That took an unreasonably weird long amount of time to get to. Anyways,
Yeah, 38, Texas. Again, second time.
well, your internet must be cutting out because it's definitely not coming through very clearly. Anyways, so why do you still support Donald Trump as of July 2026?
38, Texas.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
because he's not a fucking bitch or a retard like Biden.
Cool. All right.
Like
well,
you?
yeah. Anyways, hey guys, just FYI, by the way, TikTok, we got rid of that guest immediately when he used that word. And hey, we do love A People's History of the United States by Howard Zinn. Do you know where you can get A People's History of the United States by Howard Zinn? You can get that in my showcase right here on the TikTok shop. And you can find that from HarperCollins. An excellent publisher here on TikTok. You can find them on the TikTok shop. If you just go to my bio, you can get this right from the showcase in my bio, because I would love for all of you to buy this wonderful book from the TikTok shop, and we love it. And once again, TikTok, we absolutely remove that guest immediately when they use that word, which they are not supposed to use, and we don't condone the use of it. Also, if you guys want to get that book from your local library or borrow it from a friend or get it from a used bookstore, I don't fucking care. Do all of those things. Feel free. That's MAGA for you. I knew from the get that was going to be a bust of a conversation, but I mean, I tried to work through it at least a little bit because that's so far the second person. Yeah, I know, right? That didn't take long at all. So, anyways, put your blindfold on with music to read. Yeah. So anyways, I really hope that it is I really hope that it's Jackson. I would very much like to see Jackson. I think that the more that I look into him and his progressive views, that is a solid pick. I think that his progressive the survey that they did, him versus Collins, I think it shows that he's got some legs, and so I would really like to see him as a potential pick. So if you're asking me who I'd like to see here, that's who it is. Also want to say thank you to Charles on the Blue app real quick. Charles says, used to be hardcore MAGA. You are part of the reason I'm blue now. Here's what I can give right now to help you keep it up. Charles, thank you so much. Not just for the donation, which is generous in and of itself, but just for telling me that, for telling us that. I mean, for just anytime that social person that she's just fine today. Everything is fine. It's probably just a little something she ate last night. She's fine. Thank you for asking. Charles, I just want to tell you, it's always wonderful to hear from people like you. So thank you very much for asking. I really appreciate that. Okay. Hi. Thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Hello, is this that talk show?
Yes. Thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay. How old are you and what state are you in?
36. I'm in New York State.
Okay. Wonderful. Can you tell us why do you still support Donald Trump as of July 2026?
Am I on that stream yet?
No. Could you tell us why you still support Donald Trump as of July 2026?
Yeah, I can. It's because he's a lot better than Kamala Harris by far, a lot better than Biden, and we see that starting with the illegal immigration that went from 265,000 illegal contacted immigrants every month to 9,000. That's a huge difference, don't you think?
So you're talking about encounters?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So do encounters mean that they got into the country?
Yes.
You don't know about this topic, dude.
I would recommend that you move to something else, my friend, because if we're starting off the conversation that way, I would say that maybe we should move to something else. Do you want to move to something else?
So you're gonna pretend that it didn't drop from 265,000 to 9,000.
I didn't say that encounters didn't drop, but could you tell us what does an
Okay.
encounter? What's the definition of
So
an
you're
encounter?
trying to win. So you're
What's the
trying to change
definition of an
subject.
what? I'm not trying to
Like
change
the-
the subject at all. What's the definition of an encounter? Because you just said that an encounter means that they cross the border. What's the definition
What's your
of it?
definition?
It's not my
The definition.
What's the definition? Yes,
Okay.
like my friend Nemo. just said.
Illegal crossings, border crossings, went from 265,000 a month, roughly,
Wrong.
probably a lot more, to
Wrong.
back to 9,000. That's a huge difference.
Wrong.
Huge difference. If Kamala was president, it would continue 265,000 per
Once
month.
again, wrong.
How's that wrong?
Because you don't understand what an encounter is.
So you're trying to say that what I'm saying is not true at all, and you're trying to
Yes,
come up with some
that
other
is what
argument
we
about
are
some
both
definition.
telling you is that you don't know what an encounter is, and because you don't know what
Well,
an
let me
encounter
educate.
is, I'm sorry, you're going to educate me?
Yeah. Let me just educate. Yeah. So basically,
Oh, okay, y'all.
a
He's
few
about to
hundred thousand
educate
people
me.
every month were coming through the southern border until Trump came in. So-
okay, cool.
That's number one.
I'm
Number
pretty sure
two,
that I
Trump-
heard. I'm pretty sure I heard a keyboard when you first came on. So you have another device?
Is that keyboard?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard you typing whenever we first got on. Can you? Do you have like
No.
another computer?
I have a computer in front of me. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Do me a favor. Open up another tab. Type in define encounter CBP.
Define encounter CDP.
CBP. C Charlie Bravo Papa. CBP.
What does CDP stand for?
Are you at? You don't know? God damn, dude. Again, this is bad. This is real bad.
Customs and Border Patrol.
Customs. Okay. Like everyone's supposed to know exactly what you're talking about. But okay.
Anybody that wants to talk about the border should probably know what CBP stands for, yeah.
Yeah, if you tell me what it means, yes. I don't have to know every.
They're the ones that produce the stats that you're trying to
Yeah, well,
cite.
what I'm saying is true, and so, but go on.
So have
So
you found
did
the definition?
Did you hit enter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you find it?
Yeah. I
Read
typed
it
what
out
you
loud.
Said, so go on.
Read it out loud to us.
This website that you just told me to search shows exactly what I just said. So I don't understand your point.
Shows exactly what you just
It
said.
shows
Excellent.
that in
So,
2020. It shows that
Uh-huh.
in 2020. I'm literally looking at a data visualization. It shows
what's the title of the page that you're looking at?
encounters in the last 10 years. It says 2020. It went from
Excuse me, sir. I'm so sorry. We
500,000
weren't asking for numbers. We asked you to define what an encounter is. That's why my friend here said
okay. I'll read what he
define it.
says.
So
No
we want
problem.
you to define what an encounter is because you're
I'll do
very
what you want. No
Thank
problem.
you so much.
No problem.
Thank you.
A CBP encounter refers to any interaction between a U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers and a non-citizen that results in enforcement action. Okay.
Oh,
So
Nemo. Wait a second. So if a question for my friend here, Nemo. So if it's an interaction with a non-citizen that results in an enforcement action, would that mean that it's just somebody that we let into the country?
That would be no.
So an encounter, by definition, is somebody who didn't get in because it resulted in an enforcement action. That's the definition of an encounter, right?
That is correct. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah. So they don't get in, and also it can literally be repeat situations. It's not like 265,000 unique cases. So Bob could do something at 9 a.m. and then do something again at 3 p.m. And that would be two separate encounters.
Okay, so what you're trying to say about this is that Biden was better with the border than Trump. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, in some ways, yeah.
So Biden stopped illegal immigration. Now they're coming in because Trump's president.
No, I didn't say that.
No.
So then what are you saying? Like, are more people coming in now or when Biden was president? Which one?
Probably when Biden was president, but we can't really know for sure because
Okay,
Donald Trump is like kind of incompetent.
And there's also
then you agree
and
on
there's
this
also
issue
a
with
bunch
me.
of and there's also a bunch of underlying reasons as to why more people were coming in during Biden's presidency. For example, do you know what Title 42 is?
No, I don't have that memorized though. Go on.
Well, you don't need to have it memorized, but it's fairly important. Title 42 is the public health emergency that we were under during C-19 that started in early 2020 that Donald Trump enacted, and it stopped people from coming in to our country. It stopped people, stopped asylum seekers. Do you know what that did for an entire well, let's see. That was repealed in May of 23, Nemo. My brain is May of 23, right? Is when
it was
when
spring
Title-
23. I can't remember.
Spring of yeah. So, anyways, so basically, 3 years we had a backlog of people, just a whole bunch of people that were waiting. Thank you, Mike. May of 2023. I thought so. So basically, we had a whole bunch of people that were waiting to come into the country. So if we had all these people that were waiting to come into the country and Donald Trump was able to enact this health emergency, and by the way, the Supreme Court told Joe Biden, they were like, oh, yeah, by the way, you can't do that anymore. So once that happened, all of those people were allowed to come into the country. So there's a reason why a whole bunch of people were able to come in. In fact, if you look at Donald Trump's own numbers from 2020, you can see that in his own charts, the numbers were starting to go up. He even said it himself that there were caravans of people coming to the border, that there were people surging to the border. He said those things himself. He was able to stop them with Title 42. And then the Supreme Court said, you can't have Title 42 anymore. And then that backlog of people was allowed to come in. So we're not trying to make a claim here and trying to say that Biden was that much better or Trump or this and that, but we're trying to point out to you that there are very real and nuanced reasons for what happened. And encounters are not crossings. Also, when did encounters start dropping?
As soon as Trump became president.
Wrong. They started dropping in March of 2024. Who was president in March of 2024?
You telling me they dropped?
Sir, you
before
literally
when
just
Vice
said that you
President-
have CBP's website in front of you. You can look at it yourself.
Yeah. You know,
When
what's
did
funny is this
encounters
website
in
literally shows what that-
2024? When did encounters in 2024 start dropping?
Well, what I see clearly, not just personally, but
I
through
will.
the
I
government
don't. I
websites
will
and-
put it up on the screen for everyone to see. Since you're not going to be, if you're not going to be, like, if you're going to be disingenuous about it, I'll just put it up on screen
No.
for everyone to see. And so, for everyone to see, since you guys clearly, if you're not going to be, here's
Well, I
the
could
blue
put it up for
line
everyone
is.
to see too.
No, you can't. You're on a phone line, sir. Anyways, this is the chart from cbp.gov right here. Here is February, and then March of 2024, and then look at that. After March, goes down and down and down and down and down and down. And then, of course, into 2025 and 2025 and 2025. And then even a bigger drop from December. In fact, those numbers were plummeting long before Donald Trump took office. Basically, by the time Donald Trump took office, the numbers were where they are as we see them right now. So I don't know what you think Donald Trump was doing to cause those numbers of encounters to go down, but CBP's own website proves you wrong.
Okay, I'm on there right now, and it shows me something way different, so I could read to you the exact numbers that we're talking about.
Great. So in March of 2024, how many encounters were there?
Okay, so for the whole year, there was
no, sir. In March of 2020, sir, I'm asking you in March of because the question I asked you was when did the encounters start to go down? So in March of 2024,
when Trump became president.
Incorrect. So in March of 2024, how many, sir? Keep up, okay? I'm going to try to help you out here. In March of 2024, let's read the numbers together. I do this with my daughter when we do math homework. In March of 2024, how many encounters were there? 189,359. In April of 2024, how many encounters were there?
The next year was 11,000.
No, sir, not the next year, the next month. Okay, great. I'll help you out. There were 179,007. Exactly. Then in May, there were 170,000. Then in June, there were 130,000. Then in July, there were 104,000, right? And then the numbers just keep going down. So the question that I asked you was, when did the encounters start to drop? And they started to drop in March of 2024. Who was the president in March of 2024?
Let's keep growing. 101,000 September.
Yeah.
October 106,000.
Yeah. And then they keep going down. Exactly.
96,000.
Yes.
January 61,000. Then Trump becomes president. It drops from 61,000 to 11,000. Never goes above that at all. All the way to
isn't it strange?
So we went from.
Isn't it strange that the number never goes back, that the number just stays flatlined, that it just never goes back up? You think that those numbers are real, huh?
We went from 2.1 million a year.
You think that those numbers are real, huh?
Look, give me a second. Just give me 10 seconds here. We went from 2023, 2.4, 2024, 2.1, and then 2025 comes around, it goes all the way down to 400,000, and now it's 90,000, not even 100,000 yet. We're more than halfway through the year.
And so the thing that we've already explained to you is, number one, those aren't people that got into the country, so it doesn't matter because encounters are people that were stopped by Border Patrol. So those numbers actually don't even matter in terms of what you're talking about. But then number two, the person that got those numbers down was Joe Biden. The numbers started dropping a year before Donald Trump became president, and we are proving that with the chart that we're looking at right now. What you're trying to do is you're just trying to give him credit for the end result. But what we're trying to do is use our actual critical thinking skills as grown-ass adults and say, well, we don't just look at the end result. What we look at is the process it took to get there, and the process it took to get there is a year before Donald Trump became president. Those numbers were already dropping, which means we have to give credit to Joe Biden. Otherwise, you're just being stupid and disingenuous because you're discounting the fact that those numbers dropped precipitously in the year before Donald Trump became president, right?
So you're talking about the drop from 189,000 a month to 109,000 a month. And you're saying, good job, Joe Biden. And then it goes down from 109,000.
Actually,
goes down 95%. All the way down to 9,000.
Actually, it went all the way. Actually, if you really want to get into it, there was a point in December of 2024 where it was at 301,000 encounters, and before Joe Biden left office, he had it down to 61,000 encounters. That's fucking incredible. Thanks, Joe Biden.
Okay, so right now it says 11,000.
Thanks, Joe Biden. Thanks, Joe Biden.
That was Joe Biden.
Thanks, Joe Biden. Thank you. So say thank you. So say thank you. Say thank you. If you care about encounters, say thank you.
Why do I have to say thank you? It's kind of weird. Sure, thank you. I'll do
because
what you said,
so
actually.
the
Thank
only
you.
thing that you care about, is some final number, and you don't actually care about how it
No.
happened. Oh, okay, cool. So I guess that what we can do then with you is, I guess that what we can say is that, I don't know, we can blame Donald Trump for all of the job losses during C-19, right?
So it seems like you
Hold on,
agree with me
I said,
that
sir, I'm just saying, using your logic, we can blame Donald Trump for all of the job losses during C-19, right?
No, I could tell you
Hold
my
on, I'm
logic.
asking
So you're
you,
saying-
can we blame Donald Trump for every job loss during C-19, yes or no?
Okay. No.
Okay,
no,
well,
let me
if
go
we
back to
can't
what I
do
was
that,
saying.
then what you're doing is, instead of saying, hey, here's a huge number that dropped, and we're not just going to take the end result and place the blame on the guy who is president, what you then want to do is you want to go, hold on, wait a second. There was a thing that
No, let me
happened
talk.
that we would need to talk about, and then we would need to say, wait a second, here's a thing that happened, and there's a rational explanation as to why those things happened, and you'd like to talk about it, because I'm
But
not
let me-
stupid enough to go, hey, we lost 8 or 9 million jobs, and I blame all of that directly on Donald Trump, because I'm not a fucking moron,
Let me
and I
speak-
know
let
that
me
what
speak for
happened.
myself.
So what you're doing right now is you're going, hey, look at these numbers. I'm going to blame them all on Joe Biden, and I'm going to give Donald Trump all of the credit just for the end result without looking at everything that happened in
you're
the year
saying-
prior. That's what you're
Okay.
doing.
Can I get a sentence in?
Well, considering you wouldn't let me finish my sentence first and you kept trying to interrupt me, now that I'm done talking, it's your turn to talk.
Yeah, you went on for a long time. So
Oh, I'm so
you're
sorry.
saying that
It was
now-
an explanation, and sometimes things take a little while to explain, which means you
Okay,
need to
let
have a
me
little bit
explain
of
now.
fucking patience and a little bit of ability to sit there and listen to something, because things aren't fucking simple, because they're not just A, B equals C.
You're telling me what I'm thinking. I'm trying to tell you that it's 11,000 right now, and you're saying that the 11,000 that's coming through now, which is a lot less than before, this was Biden, not Trump, the way it got so low compared to what it was, 95% lower. You're saying this was Joe Biden, not Trump, right?
If you look at the chart, I asked you the very specific question of when did the numbers start to drop. If the numbers started to drop immediately when Donald Trump came into office and they were holding steady up in the hundreds of thousands, and then they started to drop when Donald Trump came into office, you would have an excellent point. But that's not what happened, is it?
It dropped from 109,000 the month before to 11,000. Has not gone up since.
That's not true. What it did
That's what it
was
says.
in
You're
January,
looking at it.
it was 61,000, and then it dropped to 11,000. And what you're doing is
January, when he got elected, yeah.
and what you're trying to say is that the 95% drop, is all due to Donald Trump, and it's not.
Yeah, he got elected in November, and they stopped in January because he was about to become president in that month.
Wait, you're attributing that to him getting
I
elected?
swear to fucking God.
Like, why are you not understanding this? So you agree with me, though, that less is better, though? I mean, so I think we agree on this. You're just saying that
No.
it went down 95%.
Encounters don't matter. You're just coming up with a stat because you think it fits your narrative. Encounters don't matter because they didn't get into the country, you idiot.
It's not okay. I'm not calling you names. I could be calling you names, but I'm not because
I know, because I'm
how many
smarter
facts
than
don't
you,
go nowhere.
and you're saying stupid
Yeah,
things. So I'm
you
calling
think
you an
you are.
idiot
No,
because
you
now
think
what you're
you
doing
are.
is saying stupid things. Do encounters
Uh,
mean
and-
that they got into the country, yes or no?
Well, we all could see.
Do
that what I'm saying
encounters
is
mean
the
that they
truth.
got into the country, yes or no?
Okay, everyone. So
Do
it went down to
encounters
11,000.
mean they
You
got
said
into the
thank you,
country,
Biden.
yes or no?
So you think that
Do
Biden was better with the
encounters
border.
mean they
Okay,
got
next
into the
point.
country, yes or no?
Okay, next. Can I get to
Do
my next point now?
encounters
'Cause
mean they
I've
got
already-
into the country,
I've
yes
already-
or no?
I've showed everyone it went down 95%.
Do
You just said it
encounters
was
mean they got into the country, yes or no?
Yeah, they crossed the border. They're in this country
Oh
illegally.
my God.
This
That's
guy-
what I'm talking about.
All right,
It went
Nemo,
down.
you wanna
massively
try? I
under
don't
You
Trump.
actually are this dumb. Oh my
right.
God.
Fuck it.
Oh yeah, right. But we all could see that it went down from 189,000
If they were
to 11,000.
if an
but I'm the dumb
encounter
one, not
was
you.
recorded, that means that they didn't
Now-
get in.
Now let me continue. Let me continue to my next point. Number one.
Continue
Trump
to
was
your
clear with that.
next point.
Okay.
Please tell me it's better than this
Number-
last one.
Okay. Yep. You're going to say the same thing. Murder rate,
Oh, it is?
lowest in
Okay.
100 years, plummeted under Trump. Thank you very much, Trump. But you're
What?
going to say it was Biden.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Right now, the murder rate is lowest in 100 years. Right now. Thank you. It's never been safer.
Amazing.
Thank you, Trump.
You're attributing that to Donald Trump.
Yeah, it plummeted. If you look at the stats, it plummeted
The
again.
murder
just like the
rate.
border crossing.
I'm sorry, you're saying the murder rate at a nationwide level?
Yep. Yes, I am. In the crime rate in general.
The crime rate in general.
Yep. Partially,
It's
I'm
been
saying good job. Things are going
partially.
great. Yep.
Partially?
Yep. I could keep naming points. That's just another one. Okay. Another one is
You do
the budget
realize that it's
deficit
been
went
on a
from-
downward trend for decades now, right?
No, it wasn't. It literally plummeted when.
Yeah,
when
no, it
Trump
literally
became president.
was.
The murder rate. The murder
Here,
rate.
do me
You're
a
just gonna
favor.
deny it, but
Look up.
people,
No,
everyone
no,
can
no.
look this up though.
Yeah,
Everyone can
okay.
look this
And
up.
so, can you look up the murder rate in 1999?
The murder rate in was it lower than what it is right now?
No.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I'm going to keep naming points though. All right. So
Why aren't you looking up
Trump's
what I
first-
asked you to look up?
Because I want to keep telling you points.
Because it's really detrimental to your narrative.
No, because I keep destroying your
Oh,
narrative, actually.
well, if it's not
I just
detrimental
proved
to
2
your
points.
narrative, hold on,
Murder
hold
rate's
on, hold
lower,
on, hold
illegal
on,
entry
dude,
lower.
dude,
So why would
hold
why would I
on,
vote for Kamala?
hold
Why would I
on,
not want this? Why would I not
hold
want
on,
a low murder rate?
calm down, breathe,
Yeah, because I'm giving great points.
breathe,
You're like,
stop
no, we
talking.
want murder.
Oh my God,
We want
breathe,
murders. We
breathe,
want illegal.
dude, chill the fuck out, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I
When
am
prove
saying
points, you gotta
that
say
it's
something
been
like
on a
this.
downward trajectory for decades. You think that I'm wrong. I'm saying just prove me wrong by pulling up the stat.
Yeah, it's the lowest in 100 years. It plummeted when
Oh
Trump
my
became
God,
president. It's low
dumbass.
now.
It has
I mean,
been
is that not a good
trending
reason?
down for decades.
I can keep going now, so I'll get to my next point.
Why?
So
Why are you running
because
away
there's more,
from this?
there's more good to say. So Trump's
No,
first
why are
term,
you running away from this, dude? You really suck at this.
No, because all you're going to say is just deny it. But everyone can look this up. Everyone can look this up.
Wait, that's why you're running away from it?
No, so I can get to my next point. So
You're running away from it
real
because
wages,
that point actually isn't a point. Is
Trump-
that why you're running
Trump
away from
has
it?
the record. Trump has the record.
Trump
of
has the
of
record.
real
Oh, okay,
wages,
cool. Got
growing
it.
the most
Got it.
as a first-term president out of any president. Anybody can
What?
Google this right now; it'll pop up.
What did you just say?
Trump has the record for any first-term president with the highest real wage growth. That is, wages compared to inflation. Nobody has his record in the first term.
Do you know why that is? By the way, this is absurd because we wanted to fact check your claim on the crime statistic and you didn't provide a source for it.
Just Google it, anything. The FBI website. How about that one? You look at that one. You'll see it.
Just Google it isn't a source. Provide
People in
your
the chat,
source.
help me out here.
Provide your source, please. Cite.
FBI.
No. FBI isn't a source. Tell us exactly where to go and what to look
that's
at.
not a source?
That-
What do you want me to go to?
you would have to tell
Democrats.com?
us. No, sir. You would tell us the exact study or the site, exactly where to go.
I just said FBI. If you Google
FBI.com isn't
murder
even a
rate
website.
over the years. FBI doesn't have a website. .gov.
Oh my God, he's like an advanced dipshit. So listen closely, okay?
Put it through Google.
The FBI. Oh, The FBI makes charts. Those charts have names. We would like you to provide the name of a chart that shows the statistic that you are citing. Is that complicated?
FBI murder rate over the years. Watch something pop up. Okay. The U.S. murder rate has dropped significantly since its peak in the early 1990s, falling roughly 9.8 to 5.0 murders per 100,000
that's exactly
people by
what Nemo
2019.
just said to you. We were talking
After-
about Donald Trump's term, weren't we?
Yeah, it plummeted dramatically.
Dramatically, yeah.
After 2024.
Cool. What's the source on that?
Am I supposed to not like that? Am I supposed to
What
want
is
murders
the
or something?
source
Like,
on that? No one's saying that, sir. We're asking for your
FBI.
source so that we...
I told you.
Then tell us the name of the study or the chart that you're looking at so that we can pull it up on screen and look at it together. It's real fucking simple.
Okay. Yeah, I know. It is simple. That's
Then
why
tell
I
us
just
what it
Google
is.
It pops up.
Then tell us what it is. Look at the title of the
Well,
website you're looking at and read it to us.
Okay,
Holy
so I'm
fuck,
gonna have to
dude.
pull it up. Can you give me a
I'm
chance
pretty
to
sure he
pull
was
it up
looking
now?
at like
What do
an
you think, I got
AI
the
I know
overview.
you were looking at an AI overview. You weren't looking at an
No,
actual source.
no.
Yes.
No, you
yes.
weren't. Well, then you'd be able to read it off pretty easily.
Okay, so
Okay,
no,
so
no, I have to.
instead
I don't have it on my
we
computer.
got a stall, so that's cool.
Yeah, you could. Go
Yeah,
on
we
with
got
the
a stall
propaganda
because
line,
that's
look it
not
up
what
if
we
you
were
want.
looking at. Okay.
Yeah, it says right here. I'm on FBI.gov news press release. This is
Here's
May
the
13th, 2026.
Hey,
the 2025
here, I'm gonna help you out.
data is
I'm gonna help you out, bud. I'm
No,
gonna help you
I'm
out. I
reading
got
it
it.
to you.
Then
I'm
what's
helping
the
you. I'm
what's the
helping you.
great? Then what's the
helping you.
name of the site that the title of the website? The title of the article or the chart that you're on. Great. What is it? FBI.gov what?
FBI bullets along. Okay, FBI.gov/news.
No, not the
press release.
URL, the title. The title, like what's the headline?
Yeah, press release. FBI.
Oh, it's a
That's
press release. A press release isn't
Okay.
a source, really, but okay, what's the press release
FBI.
say?
No, it says FBI. Though. What do you mean? It's not a source.
That still isn't really a source, but what does the press release say? What's the headline? Read
I
that.
can tell you what I
Read the
Googled, but I
headline.
Yeah. Well, I just did.
What's the headline? You just said press release. Then what's
Yeah, that's the headline. It says FBI releases historic early look at annual crime data.
Oh,
That's the
historic
headline.
early look. That's weird because the
Yeah.
thing that I was trying to help you out with, and here's the thing is that you don't understand. The 2025 crime statistics aren't in yet. They're not done. So how can you make this claim when you're just looking at preliminary and estimated data? That's the reason why we wanted you to give a source.
No,
Really? Then I want you to go to the first bullet point and read the
Can I just read the
entire thing.
sentence?
I want you to read the entire thing
The-
for us. Go to
yeah.
murder and read the entire line, and I have it up on the screen. Read the
Hold on.
entire line. No, read the
Give me a
entire line. Read the entire line where it says
All right, hold your
murder.
horse.
Read the entire line to the end. Read it.
Hold your source. Let me read. The
I'll read it for you.
2025 crime data.
Murder
Hold on,
and
hold on a second,
non-negligent manslaughter decreased an estimated 18.1%. Rape decreased an
Okay, good.
estimated
Good,
7.6%.
Yep.
So what does estimated mean?
Okay.
What does the word estimated mean, sir? What
that
does the
means
word
going
estimated
forward.
mean?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What does the word
murder-
estimated mean? Do we need to do another definition with you because you don't know
So you're saying
what the
this-
fucking
hold
word
on.
estimated mean? Estimation
No.
means that's not the exact number. They're guessing off of preliminary data because the 2025 crime statistics are not in yet. So
Let me-
what you're
yeah,
doing
they-
is you're taking a press release
Give me a
and
second.
speculating off of preliminary data that is
No.
estimated. Yup.
No. 20.
Every
no,
single
2020
thing in here says estimated.
Hold on.
Estimated. Estimated.
2020
Estimated.
Hold on.
Jesus Christ,
okay.
dude, you should go back to
We heard
fucking
you.
high school.
We heard you. Give me a chance. We heard you.
Preliminary
Okay?
statistics. Estimated.
We can go backwards too. We can go forwards or backwards. 2024 lowest crime rate in 100 years. This year it's going to be even lower. That's what it's talking about.
So
And
what
you're like,
Nemo?
oh, man,
so you
I'm-
just proved Nemo's point that crime was already going down. So Donald Trump doesn't have fuck all to do with it. Good job
this
for the
wrong?
cell phone. Nice
is this
work.
not good? Is this crime is down a lot? Is this not good? Is this
Now,
not what we want?
Nemo, now he's pivoting to, oh, well, this isn't good. Dude, you just literally proved our point, which is it was already going down, which
is
means
crime
Trump
down.
has nothing to do with it, and the numbers you just cited are preliminary estimated data, which they're not even the real numbers. You literally just proved all of our points. Very nicely done. Thank you.
You just said crime is way down, and just because it's talking about 2025, it's not done yet. It's estimated to be one of the best years ever. 2025, you're like, oh no, that's not a good reason. We want it to be higher. No.
We don't want anything to be higher. We're proving to you that what you're saying isn't exactly.
Why are you mad at what I?
You're proving our.
Like, yeah.
Oh my God, you are so fucking stupid. I can't.
You really are a special kind of slow, aren't you? Like you're medically slow.
Crime's down, but I'm supposed to just. Oh no. We don't want crime to be down. It says estimated.
It's the equivalent of saying that there are fewer people named Karen in the year 2010 than there are today, or vice versa. Like you're pointing to a statistic that the name has been going down in popularity, right? And you're trying to attribute that to a person, to Donald Trump being elected, right? Even though the reality is that's been going down because of Amazon, right? Like, let's use the special name, the one that Echo tends to respond to as an example.
Okay, so illegal entry down, crime down. Those are two major
Once again,
things.
Wow, it's like I'm talking to a fucking cardboard cutout. That is amazing. How old are you again?
How about GDP?
How old are you again?
Real wages.
How old are you?
Dude, I'm in my 30s. I've been working for years. I know what's up.
You are in your 30s and you're just this surface level.
Dude, I don't care about your opinion.
You don't care. You don't care that you're this surface level. I mean, it's
educating everyone else who's witnessing right now.
You're not educating people. What the fuck, dude?
I'm proving to everybody, crime is down. Illegal entry
you're
is
not
down,
educating people.
Like that?
Dude, you aren't educating people.
If Kamala was president, you know how many illegals would be in this country, and crime would be
many?
Crime would be a lot higher than what it is right now.
How is that?
How is what? Crime being elevated?
No, yeah. How would she elevate crime?
By a lot more illegals coming into this country?
No.
No?
Yeah, no, that wouldn't happen.
Yeah. In the medical costs, the housing costs,
the medical costs causes crime to go up?
That's just another reason why illegal entry is bad.
Are you saying that medical costs cause crime to go up?
No, what I'm saying is illegal entry causes the cost of medical care to go up, yes.
Does it now?
It does, yep. They come across the border, they have 5 kids on welfare.
No, it really actually does not. No.
They all get welfare and they all get Medicaid, huh? Really?
Yeah, like the Maryland man, the Democrats all defended with the 5 kids on welfare who beats his wife, yes.
The what? The fuck are
you
talking
about?
What the
hell?
The Maryland man, Abrego, that the Democrats fought really hard to be in this country. He's got about 4 kids in this country. On appeal, illegal. He was ordered to get out of this country, stayed in. All those kids are on welfare right now. All those illegals coming through, I'm not saying all of them, but like a lot of them, they have
all
kids.
Them?
They're technically U.S. citizens. They're all on welfare. We're paying for
You say technically as if it's like a not legitimate thing.
Well, what I said was right.
Wait a second. Time out. Kilmar Abrego Garcia was a union apprentice. He wasn't on welfare. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, they're not on welfare?
No.
His kids are not on Medicaid?
I don't know if his kids are on Medicaid, but his children and his wife are U.S. citizens, you fucking idiot.
Exactly, on Medicaid. Yep, and that's what happens when you cross the border and have kids.
If he's a union apprentice, he almost certainly has health insurance through his union. I don't know, but if he needs Medicaid, that's what Medicaid is for. What the fuck are you talking about? You literally just don't know how any of this works.
No, I just said was true. What I just said was true, though. You can call me whatever names you want.
What you said wasn't true. You just claimed that he was on more. Well, no, what you said was he was on welfare, which wasn't true. Then you said that his wife and kids
No, it's
were.
true. The kids are on Medicaid.
How do you know? Great, prove it to us.
when you come across
Prove
the border
it
with
to
no money, you
us.
go to the doctor's
Show us a
appointment.
fucking source instead of just lying
Okay,
out of your fucking ass, you fucking bigot.
Okay, so
No,
people coming
fucking
across the
prove
border
it.
with no
Stop
money are not
fucking
medicated.
lying. They didn't come here.
No, I'm not
They're
lying.
fucking U.S. citizens. They're fucking
no,
U.S.
actually, I
citizens,
stand by
you
that.
fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, because I'm just a
Yeah, because you're a fucking bigot. His wife and his kids are U.S. citizens. You literally don't even know how this fucking works because you're a piece of shit and you just say your fucking feelings and you don't know how to use your fucking brain or the fucking internet, you fucking moron.
I keep naming fact after fact. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you mean like how encounters mean people cross the border?
Let me keep going.
You mean like how encounters mean people cross the border?
Yup. And you said, thank you, Biden.
Hey, do
got it.
encounters mean people cross the border?
Okay, so under
Do
Trump, we got
encounters
less
mean
illegal-
people cross the border?
We already established
I
that.
want you to
A
say it
lot
in
less
front
people
of
are coming through the border
1,300
now.
people. I want you to say it for all 1,300 people. If there is an encounter, does it mean that that person crossed the border? Yes or no?
All 1,300 people have
I
seen
want
already
you to
that-
say yes or no. If somebody is encountered at the border, does it mean they crossed? Yes or no?
if they encounter.
It's just a yes or no.
I don't care about whatever question you're saying. All I'm
You
saying
were
is
the
that-
one who brought up encounters, and then we read the definition
and I
together.
stand by. Yeah, so whatever definition. you wanna
Literally,
give
the
it, there's a lot more-
definition of CBP, Customs and Border Protection, they say that it doesn't fucking mean that. CBP says that it is an enforcement action. That means that encounters literally mean that they meet you at the border and you don't fucking cross, you fucking idiot. This is why we're
Whatever-
calling you a
whatever
fucking
word you
idiot,
wanna
because
call
you're a
that.
fucking idiot.
Yeah, but I just proved to you that I'm right. And
How did you
call me
prove to
names.
us that you're right?
It went from 180.
How did you prove to us that you're
What are you
right?
talking about? We're all seeing it. You just want to. Say,
How
oh,
did you prove to us that you're right? The only number you
because
showed
we
us was
see
fucking
that a lot
encounters, you
less
fucking
illegals are
idiot.
coming through. A lot less illegals are coming through.
Where
Okay?
is the number
Another-
for illegal crossings then? Show us that number on CBP's
We
website.
already went through that.
No, we
me
didn't.
keep
We
going.
looked at encounters, not crossings. Show us
Let's get to the next one.
crossings.
A lot less illegals are here now because of Trump.
No,
Okay,
they're
that's-
not. Donald Trump is actually
okay.
deporting less people than Joe Biden did, so even that is a fucking lie. You literally are just lying upon lying upon lying because either you're fucking stupid or you
Yeah,
fucking don't know what the fuck you're
I
talking
support-
about, which I'm pretty sure it's
I
a good
support-
combination of those two things because you're so fucking dumb.
Yeah, I support.
Yeah,
what the
so now
Democrats
what I
keep
want you to
standing
do
for.
is I want you to
Supporting
show us
illegal-
illegal crossings. Give us a source for illegal crossings. Go. Not
I just
encounters,
gave you that website.
crossings.
I just gave you
Go.
the Custom Border Patrol website.
That
we
was
went to it. We saw it.
encounters, which means they didn't cross the border, you fucking
Bro,
idiot.
you lost that argument, bro. We saw it. It went from 100 and something thousand
That
to 11.
was encounters, not crossings. How many fucking times do I have to
Okay, I
fucking
don't
say
care
it to you?
about whatever definition you're trying to fit.
It's not my definition. It's Customs and Border Protection. It is the literal agency. It's their definition.
A lot less people have crossed the border since Trump.
Then
became
I
president.
want you to
What's so hard
show
about
us
this? I
that
don't wanna hear
number.
about your
The number
definition.
you're citing is encounters, not crossings. How many times do I have to explain this to you and your
But you
stupid
just
fucking
admitted that there's less
pre-brain?
coming-
No, I
just
didn't.
admitted those
That's
less people.
encounters, not crossings. Encounters aren't crossings. Encounters
Look at-
are not
look how mad
crossings.
you're getting in front of
Encounters,
everyone
yes,
seeing
because
how
you're so
triggered you
fucking
are.
stupid.
Bro, you're triggered.
Yes,
You're
because
triggered,
you're
bro.
so fucking
Calm down.
stupid.
You're triggered. You're triggered.
Encounters are not crossings. Encounters are not crossings. Encounters are not crossings. Encounters are not crossings. They are not fucking crossings. Since you wouldn't listen and you don't have the mental capacity to understand this. We read the definition together, which states that it ends in an enforcement action. Okay? Sundown, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Absolutely, but I'm
How
not going
old
to
are
talk
you
to
and
you.
what?
for
How old are you and what state did you vote in? How old are you and what state did you vote in?
You're muting me.
I know. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
Why are you asking me questions if you're going to
How
mute me?
old are you and what state did you vote in?
31, Michigan.
Cool. Now, are encounters the same things as crossing? Yes or no?
I don't know enough about the situation. I just know you were screaming.
Cool. Then get the fuck out of here. You're blocked from my live. You just troll and you never fucking come up. You're a piece of shit. Now then. Don't know how many times we have to say this. Nemo explained it. I explained it. You're a lost cause, caller. We'll talk to somebody else now. Thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, I did.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
35, Iowa.
Okay, we're going to put you on a brief hold. Thanks.
No.
Yep. Nemo, do you have any thank yous to read?
No.
I just have one from Tammy. Thank you, Tammy, for the blue app. Appreciate you, friend. Thank you. All right, let's get back to this caller. It is beyond stupid. Yep. Couldn't agree more. Oh, he hung up. Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
21, New Jersey.
Okay. Why do you still support Donald Trump as of July 2026?
I support his foreign policy position.
Like
It's
what?
foreign policy.
Like the coming up together of Israel and Lebanon coming together to get rid of the god awful evil organization Hezbollah.
You say that's Donald Trump's foreign policy?
Well, the United States they signed a deal with the Lebanese government and Israel and the U.S. to work together. I heard they were sending more military assets over there to help out with Hezbollah.
They have a tentative deal in place, if that's what you're talking about, but it's not finalized.
Yeah, I mean, I do support that. I mean, I am iffy about the whole certain things that he does. You know, I don't agree with everything. I don't like the fact that he met with Turkey. I kind of don't trust Turkey, and he wants to sell F-35s to Turkey or with more weapons. I don't think we should be giving Turkey F-35s. I don't even think Turkey should be a part of NATO.
He already agreed. He doesn't want to. He already agreed to. So that's done.
Yeah. I don't agree. I don't agree to that. No, I don't. Turkey, they support terror. I don't. That I don't agree when he did that. But I do agree with his takes on Israel. I mean, I like what did he do? Like he did what accords was it when he did peace between Hamas and Israel? I mean, I supported that.
What?
The agreement that he remember. I think it was last year. The ceasefire between Hamas and Israel.
Israel has been violating the ceasefire since they agreed to it.
Which one? The one against Hamas? You talking?
Yeah.
And Lebanon.
Yeah, but wasn't that because they wouldn't return hostages?
No, it's because Israel loves to violate ceasefires. They do it with literally anyone that they have a
Well,
ceasefire with.
Hezbollah, I mean, to be fair, Hezbollah has violated the ceasefires on the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th of June.
You're confusing
know,
Hezbollah
they were-
and Hamas.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm saying. You said you also said that Hezbollah. I mean, they violated the ceasefire against Hezbollah, but Hezbollah
Okay.
violated the ceasefire first. With
Did
Hamas,
they?
yeah, they did. In fact, they said that they were testing they wanted to test the fragile ceasefire.
The fragile ceasefire? If there was a ceasefire, well, you said October 7th? Is that what you said?
It was I believe the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th. They fired rockets.
You're talking about right now?
No, this was in June.
Okay, June 6th, 7th, and 8th. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it's those 3 dates where they broke the ceasefire and they fired more rockets. I heard that we struck Iran again. Is that true?
Yeah, the war is back on.
Oh, it's back on. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But do you support Trump's any of Trump's foreign policies, or you disagree with everything, or?
Yeah, I disagree with just about every single foreign policy action that Donald Trump has taken.
So like so you disagree with with tariffs on like China and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's incredibly stupid.
So how do you combat China if they dump in cheap products into your country?
You make better products.
Yeah, but
you're
you
going to
can't
have to be more specific.
I mean, like for example, electric cars. When they dump cheap electric, I believe Russia had this problem too. I believe, but they wanted to send cheap electric cars to the U.S. and the U.S. wanted to tariff them because they didn't want our car industries to be hurt by these cheap products, because we can't compete with cheap Chinese labor without a tariff.
Okay. So, I mean, as far as, I mean, if you want to talk about EVs, then the rationale, this kicked off really under Biden. So the rationale for doing like 100% tariff on EVs was that the U.S. doesn't have like an EV infrastructure right now, or a comparable degree of manufacturing capacity for EVs. And so if you do 100% tariff, that gives you time to build it out. The problem is that we haven't really. So American manufacturers have not taken that time to actually build out EV options. So that's on us. I mean, you say that China is flooding the market with cheap EVs. I mean, cheap in cost, yes. Cheap in quality, no. Like the ones that China is cranking out, they're really honestly better than Teslas.
Yeah, but you don't want. But Tesla, when Tesla makes their EVs, don't we have U.S. manufacturing for Tesla here, or no? Or does he do it somewhere else?
I mean, it depends on. I'm pretty sure it depends on the model, but like we do have manufacturing for EVs. Like Tesla has manufacturing for EVs here, so I think it can depend on the model, because it's kind of the same situation as like, I don't know, Honda or other car manufacturers where they have a plant that might build a certain model or whatever, and depending on where that plant is, that's how that works.
Okay, all right. Oh, okay, fair enough. When did you so you said you don't support any of Trump's foreign policy? You didn't support him going in there getting Maduro?
Just give me a second. Hold on.
I think that Maduro is a piece of shit, and I'm glad that he's deposed. But you can't just go in and unilaterally kidnap the head of state from another country. That's not how that works. It's violation of international law. It's an act of war. So that's not how you do that. So it's not that anyone is happy or not happy that Maduro is gone, but it's the idea of how it was done. Also, you do realize that even though Maduro is gone, his entire administration and regime is still in place, right? Like, they didn't get rid of Maduro and then put in the Nobel Peace Prize winner, right? Who and like hold new elections and like do that whole thing. They kept his entire administration in place, and they're like, "Hey, play ball with us for oil." That's just like, we didn't do anything to that's bullshit.
But the oil, but the oil itself, I believe that the purpose is to stop China from getting their hands on the oil, or having any kind of like influence in the region. So I believe that's why we did it. And plus, our strategic oil reserves are kind of low. I heard they've been low since the 80s. We've been selling off a lot of our strategic oil. So it's not
that they've been low since the 80s. So the strategic petroleum reserve right now is at its lowest point since the 80s. Yeah. That's not the same thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I said it wrong. Yeah, it's at its lowest point since the 80s. And we kind of need to because I know to keep the U.S. running, we need 20 million barrels a day. And we need to, we get most of our oil from Canada, but I believe that the coastal refineries, they take more of I don't know, I think it's the Saudi oil, but yeah, I think it's to get the oil for ourselves and to stop China from, getting it. Plus, I heard Maduro wants to make his oil transactions in non-U.S. dollars, and the U.S. can't allow that to happen.
So, Jesus, okay, there's a lot there. As far as stopping China from getting the oil, China is still getting Venezuelan oil. Like,
are
Venezuela
they really?
is still
how are they doing that?
Venezuela is still selling oil to China.
Yeah, but are they selling oil to China in non-U.S. currency? Do they use the U.S.?
I don't know. I don't know if Venezuela uses the petrodollar.
Because I know, like, Venezuela, they had all kinds of freaking things going on. It's not just a drug thing. I think Trump went in there. He said, "Oh, they're narco terrorists," because he needed to use a reason to try and, I guess, get them. But the problem is, and plus, they had they were training Hezbollah terrorists also in Venezuela too. That was another problem, and they didn't want that issue coming here through the borders and all that other crap. So they just said, "Look, we're just gonna go there. We're just gonna get this guy out because he's causing all kinds of issues for us," and that's it. I think just like in Iran, I think we're in Iran primarily for the oil. I think we want Iran's oil, and we don't want Russia or China to get it. So that's why I think
I don't really understand the logic that we replaced the leader of Venezuela with basically the second in command. Venezuela still owns their oil. And in the case of Iran, let's just say that we're going to roll with whoever's in charge right now. Iran still has their oil, like they still own it. It's not like the U.S. magically takes control of that.
Yeah, of course. I'm just saying, well, most of Iran's commanders are basically dead. I think we just killed a couple of them not too long ago. And,
so,
Iran, they...
Okay. The point with
I mean,
Iran is that whoever is in charge in Iran, which right now is the Ayatollah, or the former Ayatollah's son, so the current Ayatollah, whoever is in charge there, they are the ones that control the oil, right? Like the U.S. doesn't seize control of the oil.
So then, why did Trump, when Israel, I know they attacked Iran's oil facilities, Trump flipped out and he told Bibi to stop.
Because Israel is fucking up the negotiations between the United States and Iran. The United States would love for the Strait of Hormuz to have normal traffic through it. And Iran is preventing that from happening. And we are negotiating with Iran to try and fix that. But Israel is fucking that up.
Yeah, but Israel themselves, if Iran doesn't get Hezbollah under control, Israel, they obviously can't agree to a ceasefire.
Okay.
Because Hezbollah,
well, then the
they're
U.S. I mean, at that point, the U.S. has to deal with that. So
yeah, that's why they've been sent.
There's multiple moving parts here. You're putting the blame on Hezbollah. The reason why Hezbollah is doing what it's doing right now is because Israel is occupying southern Lebanon. They are in a country that is not Israel, and they are more or less carpet bombing.
I mean, but the Lebanese government wants Israel there. They don't want Hezbollah there. Hezbollah is
that's
occupying
not true. What you're
southern
saying
Lebanon.
is what you're saying is not true. That's not true. They don't want Israel there. What sovereign nation wants another country occupying it? They don't want Israel. But listen to me and listen to me good. They don't want Israel there. They've never wanted Israel there. What they would like is they would like America's help. That's true. They would like America's help. That's for sure. How much do we give Israel every year in military aid?
Oh, $3 billion?
$3.8 billion. In the last, 15-ish years, how much have we given Lebanon total? Not in military, but just total in aid. How much have we given to Lebanon?
Oh, that I don't know.
It's about $3 billion. So in that time, we've given them an obscene amount of money that's going most entirely to their military. And they're using it on Lebanon. And the Lebanese people get just fucking dick. So what would be good is if they got something. The plan that you're talking about, do you know, just like off the top of your head, do you want to make a guess what the humanitarian aid plus the military aid that Lebanon would get, just the pledge that they'd get? Do you want to guess?
Are you talking about in terms of finances?
Yeah, the money. Do you want to guess what they'd get?
Probably maybe $300 million.
Try $100 million for humanitarian aid and $30 million for the Lebanese armed forces. You tell me, does that seem like something that would make sense if they're legitimately trying to get rid of Hezbollah? If the United States was like committing to do that and they were like, we're going to work with you and this is going to be a thing. It's not. And if the United States government really wanted to do that, they could have started doing this 20 years ago. Also, last year, there was already a plan in place with the Lebanese government to start disarming Hezbollah. And guess when that collapsed? When Israel broke the ceasefire and started bombing southern Lebanon again and moving its troops. in and up to the Litani River. Those things happened. And because those things happened and the Lebanese army isn't able to defend itself, Hezbollah are the ones that stepped in. So you just don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, so if Hezbollah was in Canada and they were firing rockets into the United States, do you think that the U.S. would occupy Canada?
You just described a situation that is completely fucking different. Does Canada have a robust military that is completely and utterly able to defend itself?
Probably not.
That's see, now you're really showing us that you don't know anything about foreign policy and military because Canada's military is really fucking good. Okay? So I
haven't seen any proof of that.
I know, and that just shows that you don't know what you're talking about. So, Canada has an excellent military, and what you just described happening is a situation where the United States, if Canada had no military, and there was a situation,
what if they had no military?
If they had no military, then sure, the United States would do it. Do you think that Canada would be like, oh, cool, just occupy, part of fucking southern Canada? It's totally cool. We don't mind. No, they would be really pissed off.
No,
and then what would happen is the Canadians that were in southern Canada where we invaded would fucking hate us, and they would be happy that there would be some people there that were defending them, whether or not they're a terrorist organization or whether or not they did things that you don't like or that I don't like or whatever it may be. What you fail to understand is the situation in Lebanon, which is that they do not have a military that is able to defend themselves, and they never have. So, when you have the United States of America dropping nearly $4 fucking billion a year to their southern neighbor to support their military and giving nothing, basically, to the country above them, and then the country below them continues to attack them and invade them and do all of this shit, this is what ends up happening.
Yeah, but when you see how you worded this stuff, you say like invasion, like Israel wants to go in and take over the Lebanese.
They literally do. They're literally trying. Have you heard of the Greater Israel Project? They're literally trying to take over the land to the Litani River. They believe that land is theirs. And here's the other thing that's happening is that they're literally razing villages in Lebanon to the ground. I can show you images of 12 different villages in Lebanon that have been razed to the fucking ground. They're villages, shops, houses, and churches. We're not talking about Hezbollah. We're talking about people's fucking lives. They don't have homes to go back to. They don't have shops to go back to. And it's not because Israel can't target Hezbollah and get them with a pinpoint precise thing, because they have the same military technology that we do. It's because they want those villages destroyed, and they want Lebanese people to not be living in the area from the Israeli border to the Litani River because they want it for themselves.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean,
I know you don't know about that, because if you knew about it, you probably wouldn't be talking about it.
Do you think that you have some Lebanese people who are collaborators with Hezbollah?
What?
Obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, like...
So if you have
Hezbollah itself is made up of Lebanese people. So again, let's use the Canada thing that you were using as an example. Hold on. So Hezbollah is ultimately a militia, right? So it is a militia made up of people in the country, okay? So let's change the name from Hezbollah to maple syrup jihadists, okay? So maple syrup jihadists, all right, is a group in Canada, all right, made up of Canadians, all right? That doesn't give America the right to go into Canada, occupy a region of it, and carpet bomb residential areas just because maple syrup jihadists are made up of Canadians.
Then what's the solution? What should Israel do?
Not carpet bomb residential areas?
Okay, they stop the bombing. They say, all right, guys.
No, they didn't stop
we're gonna
the bombing,
land
dude.
No, I know they didn't. I'm saying, okay, let's say they stop the bombings. They say, all right, guys, we're not going to use F-35s because the United States says we can't go in there and bomb. So do you think what should they do? Send ground forces?
What? They already have sent ground forces, and what are you talking about?
No, but I'm saying, but they're doing a combination. They're doing a combination of ground forces and aerial attacks. But he's saying, don't bomb these areas. So I'm saying,
don't
so you
carpet
want
bomb
them to
residential areas. It's really not that complicated.
The problem is, Hezbollah has FPV drones that are extremely dangerous. These drones are no joke, and they're cheap. And and I've seen videos of them when they do send in ground troops with tanks, they just get massicered by drones.
No,
that's the problem. That's what makes the whole.
They don't get massacred. Oh my god, dude!
Have you never seen Israel? You never seen uncensored videos of IDF fighters getting blown up by FPV drones?
Yeah, it's not. That's just not a thing, dude. Like really, the way to think about this is the power differential that we are talking about is Israel is a highly funded, advanced military force. Okay, Hezbollah is a militia. All right. If you want to sit here and say, oh, but they're funded by Iran. I mean, fuck. Okay. Even if they are funded by Iran at pre-war levels, let's say that they get lots of money from Iran, that still doesn't turn them into an advanced military. It doesn't. It just doesn't. That doesn't then magically give them access to advanced military hardware. And so if that's the case, it is incumbent upon the one with the advanced military to use it in a sparing way.
Yeah, of course.
Because if you're doing this blunt blunt force method, then that means you're going to be killing people who have nothing to do with this with the issue.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. It's just like Israel is advanced. Like for example, the pager attack that they did on the Hezbollah fighters, that was good.
That
was literally terrorism, dude.
That literal terrorism.
What,
do you know how many women
right?
and children and just civilians were injured in that because they were around those things? That is insane for you to say that that's a good thing. By the way, I just real quick want to just check you on this. How many estimated Hezbollah operatives or fighters have been killed since the start of this fighting in this most recent? How many do you think? Guess.
Oh, let me see. I got to look it up with you.
No, I don't want you to look it up. I want you to guess off the top of your head. Quick. What do you think? Don't look it up. Just tell me.
Probably hundreds.
Or between 4,000 to 5,000. How many IDF members have been killed? Quick.
That I don't know. Probably like a couple hundred, maybe.
36. So we're talking about between 4,000 and 5,000 versus 36, and you're gonna sit here and cry.
How many
about
were injured though?
Not even close. The casualties in terms of wounded, we are talking about like well over 10,000 wounded Hezbollah, and IDF is nowhere even close. Nowhere even close.
No, I know. I'm saying how many.
What you've done right now. So what you did was you tried to make it out to be that Hezbollah has. Oh, they've got this advanced military. They're using drones.
No.
They are literally. They're so outmatched. They are so insanely outmatched that the amount.
Of course, they're outmatched.
Okay, cool. So that argument is absurd. So let's not.
Wait,
I'm
saying that. I'm saying how many IDF soldiers were injured with these drone attacks or with any attacks.
Injured?
Like limbs blown off. arms maybe blown off, severely injured from shrapnel. How many IDF soldiers were injured?
Not as many as Hezbollah.
Yeah, of course not. But I'm just saying how many were injured.
It doesn't really matter.
I mean,
it doesn't really matter because the
FPVs
number that I just gave you will tell you the proportion of injuries. Because the number of killed,
yeah, but I don't.
the number of killed will tell you the proportion of injuries. Do you understand what I'm saying, or do you need me to spell it out for you?
Yeah,
do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, cool. So okay, great. Then I'll explain it. Let me explain it to you. If the proportion of killed is between 4,000 and 5,000 to 36, do you think that it is a comparable number of injuries, or do you think that the number of injured is probably pretty close? So let's say that if the number is, let's just use round even numbers, okay? So let's say that the number killed for Hezbollah is 5,000. The number of injuries for Hezbollah is 10,000. So let's double that, and let's say that the number killed, like I just said, because we know confirmed is 36 for the IDF. So let's double that, just like we did with the number of injuries for Hezbollah, because that's what they had. So if we use that exact same logic, the number of injuries would be around 72.
Okay, so
that's how that works.
72 injuries.
I'm just making an estimate. Yeah. But let's say I get you. But let's say that it's even more. Let's say even if it's a couple hundred, it pales in comparison to 10,000. So again, the whole point here is that you're trying to make some sort of an equivocation where there is none.
I'm not.
You literally were.
No, I'm not.
Okay. But you were, because what you were doing is you were trying to say that, well, Hezbollah has these FPV drones and they're, blah, blah, blah. That's what you were doing. You're trying to make an equivocation where there is none. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do. Let me clear it up.
Cool. There's nothing to clear up. We're done talking about it.
Hold on. All right, well.
There's really nothing to clear up.
Israel. Well, that's because the IDF does mostly airstrikes. So, of course, they don't really send ground troops in like that. But if you're saying that they shouldn't do airstrikes, then they have to send in ground troops. Because
they shouldn't do either, because Lebanon is a sovereign state and Israel shouldn't invade them. The reason...
How do you stop them?
Great. Why is it... How do we stop them? Are we the United States? How do we stop Hezbollah? Don't invade Lebanon.
Yeah.
Don't invade Lebanon. How about that? We can start there. Why does Hezbollah exist, caller?
Hezbollah exists because they saw the Islamic Revolution.
Wrong. Try again. Wrong. Try again. Your answer is wrong. Try again. Your answer is wrong. Try again.
Let me finish.
No, I'm not going to let you finish because your answer is already wrong.
So you don't want me to finish?
Great. Finish your wrong answer.
Okay. One, there's Hezbollah because they are Islamic, number one. Number two, the Palestinians, when they were in Lebanon, after they were kicked out of Jordan, because, the Palestinians, they can't stop doing attacks for some reason. They ended up in southern Lebanon. They started firing rockets into Lebanon. Israel goes into southern Lebanon to stop the Palestinian military from firing rockets. Then the Shia clerks, who are, I guess they're Lebanese Shia Muslims, they form the Hezbollah because they were impressed at the 1979 Islamic Revolution. So they said, we can mimic that. And they did their own thing, and they started firing freaking rockets. Now, why do you think they're in Lebanon?
Well, geez, being Lebanese, I think I might know a little bit more about this than you. So anyways, what you're talking about is categorically false. Why were there Palestinians in southern Lebanon?
Oh, they were kicked out of Jordan. They came there as refugees.
Wrong. There were already well over 100,000 Palestinians in southern Lebanon that came directly from Israel after the Nakba. So what you started with was categorically wrong. If you look this up, and I encourage anyone to Google this, anyone can find this information out in about 5 seconds, that Lebanon already had a huge amount of Palestinian refugees already there. Now, they did get more from Jordan, but there already were ones in Lebanon that they were already dealing with. How do we know that? Because of the Cairo Accords. What were the Cairo Accords?
Is that a question or rhetorical?
It's a question. I want to know if you know it.
Oh no, I don't know what that is. I kind of know what the Nakba is, but that other one I never heard about it.
Well, it's the Cairo Accords, also could be known as the Cairo Agreements, that happened in 1969. That was because Lebanon wanted to get rid of the PLO in southern Lebanon, and guess what? They couldn't, because Lebanon didn't have a powerful enough army. And so what they did was they basically kind of agreed to like stop hostilities, because they were like, we can't do anything because Lebanon didn't have a powerful enough military, because they were a colony of France up until 1943. They never had an opportunity to gain their own military independence. That means the LAF never had a chance to do what they needed to do. So what you've done now is you've completely skipped over an entire segment of history and just said, oh yeah, well, it was just a bunch of Palestinians from Jordan who were met. No,
okay.
That's not what happened.
Then that's strengthened. Okay, fair enough. But did he? But he and the reason why he wanted to is because of what? Because of freaking terror attacks.
You're
of
breaking
the PLO,
up, and the reason why
everywhere the PLO go, they do terrorism.
And cool. What is the reason that the PLO formed in the first place?
Well, didn't the PLO form under Yasser Arafat? They started calling themselves Palestinians.
Why did they form in the first place?
I'm telling you, because they needed a propaganda effort, because they couldn't beat Israel because they kept getting their butts kicked.
That's not the reason why. It's not propaganda.
That is the reason why.
Okay, cool. What was the Nakba? Explain the Nakba to all of us then.
Well, the Nakba was when the Arab countries declared war on Israel.
Wrong. Stop talking right now. I'm not gonna stop talking right now. I said stop talking. Stop talking. I'm not going to let you spread misinformation on my live. That's not what the Nakba
it's not
is.
Misinformation.
It is misinformation. Are you in front of a computer?
No.
You just said you could look. You got your phone with you?
Yeah, it's my phone.
Awesome. Pull up your phone, and I want you to go and type in NAKBA right now. And I want you to read to me the definition of what that is.
NAKBA?
Yep. Read me the definition of it right now. You can find it on Wikipedia. Yep.
Okay, let's see. The Nakba, meaning catastrophe or disaster in Arabic, means that the Palestinians used to describe the mass displacement or disposition during the 1948 war. So they declared war.
No. The Nakba.
Yeah.
No, listen. You're not listening. You're not listening. The Nakba isn't the term for the war. It's the term for the ethnic cleansing that happened of Palestinians in the area, in Palestine. That's what it means. It doesn't mean war.
It doesn't say that.
That literally is what it fucking means, because I'm reading the exact same thing on fucking Google right now.
You're literally lying.
I'm literally not.
It doesn't even say that.
Click on the Wikipedia link. Click on the Wikipedia link.
I'm right here on the Welcome to United, whatever the freaking.
Click on the Wikipedia link and read about the Nakba and what it literally means in Arabic.
Let's go to Wikipedia. The Nakba is a day of commemoration for the Nakba.
Wrong. That's wrong. You're lying now, because I have the. All right, I have it up. I'm going to read up. I'll read it. Fine. Since you're going to lie about it, I'll read it. Nakba, also known as the catastrophe, is the ethnic cleansing of Palestinian Arabs by Zionists. Really? Cool. I have it up on the screen, and 1,300 people can see it and know that you're fucking lying.
You're literally.
You're a fucking liar, and you're denying something that is akin to denying the Holocaust. You fucking liar.
You don't want me to read it. You don't want me to read it
because you're lying.
Got destroyed. and
I
got destroyed.
literally have
The
it right
Palestinians
here.
started the war. They tried to attack the Jews and got destroyed. That's what happened.
I'm not platforming that. I'm not platforming that. Caller, you are literally denying the displacement of 750,000 people. You're a piece of shit. And you literally just tried to gaslight every single person in this live right fucking now. Thank you, Matthew. You literally just tried to fucking gaslight everyone here. We can all read the fucking Wikipedia article whose first line says the Nakba is the ethnic cleansing of Palestinian Arabs by Zionists through their violent displacement and dispossession of land, property, and belongings, along with the destruction of their society and the suppression of their culture, identity, political rights, and national aspirations. Don't fucking gaslight me and the rest of us. You're a fucking liar.
Yeah, he sounded like a dipshit.
Yeah. Don't sit there and tell us that you're reading from the page that we have right in front of our fucking faces.
Right.
Come on. Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Hello?
Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
One more time. I can't hear you.
I said, thank you for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did 3 times.
Okay, how old are you and what state are you in?
32 out of New Hampshire.
Okay, we're going to put you on a brief hold. We'll be right back with you.
Thank you.
Nemo, do you have anything to read off? I think a couple of people in the chat said they might have sent you something.
Yeah. GG, thank you for the cash app. Said love to watch you educate folks. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think that's it.
All right. Once again, guys, we appreciate all of your support. You're more than welcome to do so via links in our bios. We appreciate that. Via gifts here on Facebook, on TikTok. Please make sure that you're not just hitting the gift goal, but doing the same for Nemo. Those things really help us with the FYP. Thank you for getting us well over 200,000 likes. Let's get our way to 300. That would be great. If you're over on the tube, you can send me a super chat, but also Nemo's links and my links are down here in the description, so you can click on that. Also, if you haven't followed Nemo on YouTube, whether you're here on TikTok or whether you are over on the tube, please make sure that you've clicked through and you followed him. We were trying to get Nemo to 1,000 followers, and we are getting really close. We're getting really close to that, and so we want to get him up to that number. It's an important number to hit on YouTube. Please help him out, okay? That'd be great. All right, let's talk to this next caller. Thank you for holding, caller. You said you're in your 30s in New Hampshire. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, thank you for calling. Why do you still support Donald Trump as of July 2026?
Oh, geez. I didn't know that was agenda. I actually don't.
Oh.
May I go on, or should I just hang up?
Well, the subject is why do you still support Donald Trump? But if you don't, we would be interested to know why you don't still support him.
Oh, sure. I voted for him in 3 primaries and in 3 generals. I was very, very happy with the beginning of his administration with the Doge and stopping the flow of immigration. And within the first 6 months, to me, it just seemed to deteriorate into something that is contrary to what we were promised. The Iran war was kind of the tipping point for me. I went from watching tons of news for 8 years to I have completely tuned out. I can't even watch it anymore. It's very disheartening.
Okay.
So, how do you think you're going to be voting in the midterms?
In the midterms, entirely depends on who's running. I live in New Hampshire, which is a swing state. I believe the representative in my state, Chris Patton, is not running for re-election, if I remember correctly. He's not somebody I would vote for just out of my principles, but we have a very, very late primary for House of Reps. So who knows now? It'll either be voting Republican or not voting at all for me personally, but there's a very good chance that I will not show up to vote.
So, what's the rationale for not voting Democrat?
I mean, I'm a, a lot of the abortion, transgender things that have transpired over the last few years are just things that I can't get behind. If there was certainly I would never rule it out. If there was a Democrat like a John Fetterman, someone like that, who is, maybe more fiscally or economically progressive, which I don't support, but I can certainly put up with. But more, I don't know, rational, reasonable. I could certainly see myself voting for a Democrat. It would entirely depend on the platform that the candidate were to run on.
What makes Fetterman more rational?
It's a good question. I think that when there are certain issues that there are Democrats who are going to die on the Hill on things that, like immigration, like the transgender issue, where, the party walks in lockstep. He's not afraid to voice his opinion when he dissents from what the majority of the party might be saying.
Does he dissent on those things?
Well, I opened with I've tuned out of the news for a while. Maybe I should have brushed up on on John Fetterman before I.
I mean, you say that you gave Fetterman as an example of someone that you would, I guess, support, and I mean, so your primary things that you said as to why you would not vote Democrat are related to immigration and trans rights, and then abortion, and then you mentioned John Fetterman as an example of someone you would vote for. I mean, Fetterman
doesn't agree with me on any of those. Yeah, correct.
Oh, right. Yeah, he is pro-choice. As far as his stance on trans rights, I can't remember off the top of my head. As far as immigration, I'm almost certain that he's in line with the rest of the party.
He supports the Equality Act, Nemo. He's very pro-trans rights and voice support for trans people in the military as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, Fetterman, don't get me wrong. I don't like John Fetterman. The reason that I don't like John Fetterman really comes down to him being a Zionist piece of shit, but that's a whole other thing, right? Fetterman, I want to see him replaced, but as far
he's
as
not up
being
for re-election, right? He's 2 years.
No, not right now. Yeah, he's 2 years in.
Yeah, but anyways.
So, I mean, like. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, not 2 years, 4 years. He's 4 years in. But as far as him being someone that you would vote for from the Democrats, he's pretty in line with a lot of the Democratic Party.
Fair enough.
Now,
I think what's refreshing. I don't like the Israel stuff. I'm with you there. I think perhaps what my brain latched onto when he came to mind is that he's not necessarily afraid to dissent where he feels that he needs to. And I think if I'm looking for somebody, certainly as a registered Republican, I would look for someone on either side who's not afraid to tell their party at this point, certainly depending on what the issue is, but who's not afraid to tell their party, no, I disagree with the party line and I'm going to, whatever, take a stand or vote in a way that the party might not agree with. I mean, to me,
Okay. I mean, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
So, if your interest is someone who's willing to, I guess, break with the party, I mean, I can name people that fall into that category, right? For one thing or another, Liz Cheney falls into that category. Adam Kinzinger falls into that category. Ilhan Omar, especially, falls into that category. She and I also think Rashida Tlaib. I know for a fact Ilhan Omar. I think also Rashida Tlaib were both censured by the entirety of the House for their beliefs.
Right.
So they're very, very much not lining up with a party, right? AOC,
Sure.
Bernie Sanders. I can name all sorts of Democrats who fall into that category, right? So I mean, it depends on what it is.
I wouldn't deny that. But all I'm saying is that, at this point, whether it be Democrat or for me to vote for a Democrat, it would have to be somebody who would stray away from a lot of their values around these things. And again, perhaps Fetterman was not a good example. But certainly at this point, I would need a Republican who would be willing to break from the party, who would, like a Liz Cheney, who's not necessarily going to go along with whatever Trumpism has become for the sake of Trumpism or MAGA, and who's going to stand up for what they believe, even if that means that Trump comes out and advocates for whoever else is running in the primary.
Yeah, I mean, I guess as far as just writing off Democrats entirely, I don't know. Like, you would really need to lay out, I guess, what it is that you value most.
Yeah,
so
fair enough. Would you ever see yourself voting for a Republican?
If the Republican, let's see, I'm trying to think. If the Republican was for Medicare for all, and anti-Zionist and pro-choice, then yeah, I could see that.
That's a tall order. Do you want fries with that?
Well,
yeah.
I mean, but here's the thing, man, is that what you just asked for is not just a what is
fair
not.
Enough.
It's not just a tall order. It's impossible because every single person that's gone against Donald Trump has gotten primaried and kicked out of the party. There's zero room for dissent. At least the Democrats have a bunch of people that dissent and do different things. And you talk about Fetterman. Fetterman voted against the War Powers Resolution Act to limit Trump's ability in Iran. Like, right. which angers. And did anger and still does anger a lot of people, and there have been a lot of people that broke from the party lines to do certain things. And you look at the people that broke when the government shutdown happened, et cetera, et cetera. If you break from the party lines with the Republicans, Trump makes sure you get primaried, and they have plenty of money to do it with Elon Musk and them, and then you're done. So if your current criteria for voting is I want to get people in there that would break from their party, you can't vote for a Republican. Like, period.
Well,
I hate to break it to you.
No, and I don't know. Well, so you asked me what it would take for me to vote for a Democrat, and I gave a similar answer to what you gave, which is I'd like a Democrat who's basically a Republican. kind of, you know, ready for the post-Trump era. Let's get to 2020, 2028, and see what the landscape looks like with him out of the picture, because he might continue to have political party within the power in 2028, maybe even 2030, but eventually life will move on. Politics will move on from him. I'm very much looking forward to that. There were things he did in his first administration I liked. There were things that I didn't like. Walking out of it, I thought it was a net positive up until how he handled the, post-election in January 6th. And in this administration, I could not have been happier with the first 6 months, and it just very, very quickly dropped off after that. So I guess I'm kind of sick of the paradigm. I think both the Democrats and the Republicans are forced to fit in this pro-Trump or anti-Trump paradigm, and I'm just kind of rejecting that. I'm ready to move on.
Well, if you want to get rid of Donald Trump and you want to move on from Donald Trump, you need to vote for Democrats.
Yeah, I'm not willing to do that either.
Well, then you basically then congratulations, you're condemning us to more Trump.
Yeah.
So we're stuck with him for 2 years. So.
Well, I mean,
actually,
that's the thing, is that it doesn't end when he leaves. That's the thing.
How do you see that going? Just out of curiosity.
How do I see? Sorry.
What? So January 1st, 2029, or January 21st, 2029, he's no longer the president. How do you see it going from there? His influence on politics, on the Republican Party.
Well, I mean, it depends on who wins in 2028. So obviously, J.D. Vance is attempting to make himself a viable option. Marco Rubio is as well. Both of those are going to be, handpicked by Trump, right? J.D. Vance seems to be trying to posture as, I'm MAGA, but not really, but kind of, but still not, but yes, but no. And Marco Rubio is basically just being the same pissant that Marco Rubio has always been, which is a neocon hack that has to say what he has to say. But they are both on the short list for nominees for the Republicans in 2028, and that is entirely due to Donald Trump, right? The MAGA movement is absolutely going to influence that election, right? Now, could it potentially die off in 2032? Theoretically, maybe, but that then depends on how 2028 goes. So, and then of course Trump himself, assuming that he does not finally pop a blood vessel while he's taking a shit and have a stroke. If that mercifully does not happen, then he's going to be continuing to yap away. I mean, we kind of saw this in 2020, right? So I thought after January 6th, the MAGA was done. I thought that the country would not ever embrace a bunch of traitors. But then, fast forward a year, and what do we have? We have Donald Trump yapping away on Twitter and talking about throwing out the Constitution. And I still thought, at the start of 2022, you know what? I'm pretty sure that DeSantis is going to clinch it. And then fast forward a year, and what do we have? 2023. DeSantis is doing his song and dance bullshit that is ultimately just diet MAGA, and the MAGA movement is very much still alive, and people are doing revisionist history on January 6th and revisionist history on the November election in 2020. And MAGA is not going anywhere. So, and all of a sudden, actually, January 6th wasn't really that bad, because don't you remember this and that? And that's fucking insane. That is absolutely, genuinely fucking insane. Right. So the the idea that we're going to go into like a post-Trump era, that doesn't really happen overnight. It certainly doesn't happen within a cycle. Really, whenever, like what you're talking about, that you have to look at, if you look at it from a historical perspective, these eras don't stop with one presidency, or like when a presidency ends. So like for instance, the New Deal era, right? That didn't stop with FDR because Truman kept it going, and I mean, arguably, it didn't end until Reagan, because even all the way up through Nixon, Ford, and Carter, they were still keeping that going in one way or another. So the idea that these eras just end with the person, no. And Trump has courted this this new brain rot within politics.
Personality, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a cult of personality, but like he has activated people who seem to approach politics from, I'm just going to do this via bluster. Facts don't actually have to agree with me, because I'm just going to say things loudly and confidently, and that's all that I need to do. I'm going to my view of the world is composed of slogans, and those slogans don't even necessarily have to be consistent. So, America first, except for when we want to involve ourselves all over the goddamn planet, because Donald Trump is just kind of continuing neoconservative politics.
I could not agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you. You're spot on.
Okay. I mean, yeah, like, so my point is that's what the Republican Party is now. And to expect that the Republican Party is going to change come 2028, no. Like, it simply isn't.
I agree. I agree. I don't think it's going to change from now till then. I just, I don't like the idea of like, well, if you don't vote Republican, you have to vote Democrat, or vice versa. I'm pretty black-pilled. I don't feel like it really even matters who's representing my district. Like, certainly, it's incredible that Donald Trump is the president. He has a thin majority in the House, but also a majority in the Senate. It's incredible what little to nothing is getting done. But we're at the point in politics where unless you have that majority, nothing's going to get done. And I've kind of lost faith in the system. I've kind of checked out, very disheartened, feel very politically disenfranchised in a way that I didn't feel whenever it was, 2016. So the Democrats value things that cut directly against my, religious values.
Wait a second. What religion are you?
Catholic.
Cool. I grew up Catholic. Why does anything that the Democrats believe go against your religious values? Because 40% of Catholics vote Democrat.
Yeah, 40% of Catholics do a lot of things that I would say.
If you are against abortion, don't get an abortion. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we agree. Awesome. So we agree that that's not something that is in the Bible. Does it say, "Judge not, lest ye be judged"? Is it your job or my job to tell someone else what to do? Or is it God's job to judge them at the end of their life? Which?
Well, would you judge somebody?
Is it God's job to judge them? Is it God's job to judge someone at the end of their life, or is it your job to do it, or mine? Which?
It is God's Jesus Christ will be the ultimate judge at the end of
There
time.
you go. Absolutely. There we go. I'm so glad. Fantastic. I'm glad that we agree with that. And the same thing, so that I'm glad we agree with that on abortion. And then the same thing would go for transgender people or gay people, right? Unless, of course, you want to show me in the Bible, because obviously, both Catholic, in the NIV, where it says that being gay is wrong or being transgender is wrong, or you could show me where it says that getting an abortion is wrong in any aspect, because what I can show you in the Bible is all of the places where Jesus said that we need to feed the hungry, that we need to take care of the sick, that we need to welcome the stranger in the strange land. Have you ever looked at Matthew 25:31-46? That's one of my favorite passages. That's when Jesus Christ himself talks about the sheep and the goats and separating the sheep and the goats. Those are the words of Jesus Christ himself telling you and I, this is how you get into heaven. But it seems like those are the things that when you look at the most important parts of the Bible, we ignore that. And you voted for a guy who cut food benefits to the poor. You voted for a guy that isn't welcoming to the stranger in the strange land. You voted for a guy that's cutting health care to people, that's making sure that they can't get the benefits that they want. If you're a Catholic and you consider yourself to be a person who lives Christian values, you don't judge people for the things that they do, because that's what Jesus said we don't do. And what we do is we help them. We help other people. We feed the hungry. We take care of the sick. We welcome the stranger in the strange land. Right? That's what my priests taught me growing up.
If I may, I agree. I think we would disagree on the actual channels on which those things will go through. So my wife and I donate quite a bit of our money to charity and make sure that it gets into the right hands, and we do a lot of research on where we actually donate, so it's not getting siphoned, and that it actually
none of the money,
people.
none of the taxpayer money that goes to the federal government. So you're saying that WIC or SNAP or any of that, you're saying that you don't want it to go to help poor kids to get health care? Because part of what Donald Trump did with the quote unquote big beautiful bill was to make sure that a bunch of women, infant, and children, WIC, that they're going to get cut, right? So you want them to get cut? I don't think that's very Christian.
I have 2 points, if I may. One of them is that I'm more of a federalist states' rights, so I have no problem with social programs. I think that it would be better and more efficient for those things to be handled more locally on the state level than the federal level.
They are handled and administered. They are. And that's what I'm trying to point out to you, is that the money goes from the federal government and they're given to the states to handle. For example, Medicaid. Who administers Medicaid?
That's the state.
Exactly. Who administers WIC?
Yeah, I would rather see that the federal government ties to those programs. I'd like to see something more like Mass Health that Massachusetts has.
Yeah, I live in Massachusetts. The thing that you're talking about
is
dude. We're all right. Well, we're neighbors. I'm just south of there. But the bottom line.
By the way, if I may, just for a second, sure. I didn't call the debate. I don't feel like we don't need to be contentious. I'm just kind of calling to have a discussion. I don't have any ill will towards anyone that disagrees with me. I'm
not trying to be contentious, man. What I'm trying to point out to you is that as a couple of people of a certain age, and hearing what you're talking about, and hearing you say that you're Catholic, and as somebody who grew up Catholic and knows someone who almost became a priest at one point in time, okay? And I know a whole fuck ton about Catholicism. I've read the Catechism of the Catholic Church. I met Cardinal Bernard Law, tried to recruit me to go to seminary in Boston. Okay, like I've been around the block with the Catholic Church, and there's a lot of things about it that I respect. There's also a lot of things about it that I think or unfortunate. But the thing that I always learned, and the thing that I'm trying to point out to you, is that it's okay to hold certain values and still vote in a way that gives social justice to people. That's what I'm trying to point out to you, is that I wish that all I'm going to say is this. I wish that you would take a moment and step back at some point, maybe this week, maybe tomorrow, at some point, and reflect on those things and say, it's okay that if you want to believe a certain way, as much as I would disagree with it, as much as Nemo would disagree, as much as other people would disagree with it, fine. But you disagreeing with it personally doesn't mean that that's how you have to vote for other people. There are things that I disagree with personally, but I am for civil liberties. You live in New Hampshire. You literally live in the state that is live free or die. That is the motto,
or die, baby.
right? And so
Yep.
don't you want people to be able to do what the fuck they want to do?
Yeah, without externalities, yeah.
Yeah. So if those people are doing those things and they don't affect your life in any way, shape, or form, what people do in the bedroom and what people do in the privacy of their doctor's office are two things that have never concerned me personally. The only time that those things concern me is when I am personally involved. If it's my bedroom or I am in said doctor's office with that other person, if that is the situation, I have a right and I have a say in those things. Otherwise, that's the way that I look at it. And so I believe that if you are if you were a masshole originally, but if you've embraced the New Hampshire ideology and you really believe in live free or die, then I think that from a social perspective, even if you hold staunch Catholic beliefs, I do believe that there is space to say, I believe in these values, but for the United States of America and for the public, I understand that people have different ideas and have different values, and that we can say we don't have to vote to tell those people to have the same values that I do. And whatever may happen in their lives, God will judge them one day at the end of their life, and they'll, when Jesus goes and sits at the right hand of the Father and he comes again in all of his glory, then they'll sort shit out. But it's not you know what I mean? That's all that I'm saying. And so that's why I feel like as Catholics there is room, and that's why nearly half of Catholics find their way to voting blue. And I'm not saying that you have to agree with everything that Democrats do, and I'm not saying you have to do that for the rest of your life, but I would posit to you that if you feel a certain way about your vote for Donald Trump, if you feel a certain way about it, please consider what I've just said and consider not sitting out, but consider voting for what we would call harm reduction. Consider voting to put a Democrat in a seat that could help make sure that Donald Trump's, powers are limited so that he can't grift more on the American people, so that we could stop him from starting another needless war, so that we could stop him from trying to get us out of NATO, so we, et cetera, all of these different things that would be harmful to all of us as American citizens. That's my only point, friend.
Fair enough, man.
That's all.
Fair enough. Well, guys, thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome, neighbor. Oh, okay. Here. I don't know. Did I scare him off?
Don't know.
I don't know. I think it's really important. I just think it's really, especially for Catholicism is very different than a lot of other Christian Protestant religions. And when you grow up and I think it's very different. And I think that there's a lot of room to be able to say, these are my values, but I disagree with them. I don't know. That's the way I feel about it. But. Thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes. Yes. To answer your question, yes, I voted for Donald Trump 3 times. 2016, 2020, and 2024.
Okay. How old are you and what state are you in?
So I'm 30 years old, and I'm from Missouri.
Okay. Why do you still support Donald Trump as of July 2026?
So the reason why I vote for Donald Trump, for one,
hang on. I'm sorry. Just before you start, I just want to make clear that what we said was, why do you still support him now, as of right now, not why you voted for him. So what is he doing right now that you still support? Just to be clear.
Okay, like on a couple things, economics and immigration and all that type of stuff, and the only thing I'll get him a little negative on him a little bit is just a little bit on the foreign policy thing, just kind of a little bit iffy with him on that stuff. So, yeah, those 2 things I mentioned. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so you think he's doing a good job with the economy?
I believe, because I'm from Missouri and all that stuff, I just feel like around here we're seeing good improvement around here because I'm a farmer myself, and it's like we do cattle around here. It's just been pretty good around here in the heartland. So that's what.
Do you do like any specific crop or?
I like soybeans and corn. Yeah.
Okay. And you say you're doing good right now?
Yeah, we're doing pretty good because pricing has been going down. We've been seeing kind of been declining just by 20 to 30 cents where my local area is. So, yeah.
Is the pricing going down as in like your costs are going down, or are you saying
the
what
cost?
you can charge?
The cost too.
Gotcha.
The cost, yeah.
What is it as far as cost that? So I guess what are your input costs?
So, like grain and corn and all that type of stuff, like crops and all that stuff. That's what we always look important at around here in our state. So, because we always produce in our state, it goes around the world, like with China and all, like soybeans and corn. So it goes around to certain places around the world, like in Europe and China. So then we get our businesses to certain places, like China's our biggest customer. That's the biggest thing. But I don't agree with certain things when it comes to what they're like. When it comes to our manufacturing example, is where I have an issue with them is because they sometimes kind of when they got into the trade organization back in 2002, it was, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And there's been things I've heard experts and say, oh, they cheated some way about on their trade or whatever. So I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just there's just been some weird rumors about that stuff, about what China does, takes advantage of the trade system. So
I mean, I guess as far as like taking advantage of a system, ultimately, it's going to be in the interest of every country to take advantage of a system, right? I'm by no means a simp for China. I think that China does certain things that we should absolutely take notes on, that we should emulate, and I also have criticisms of how China does things. It's a mixed bag with them. As far as China and soybeans, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure that China now gets the majority of its soybeans from Brazil.
Well, they do, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how much they get from Brazil, but I think it's, tell me if the percentage is wrong. I think it's like 20 or 30, 40% they get from Brazil.
Yeah.
I think
No, I mean, the percentages, it's fine if you can't quote that because I can't either. The point is that the reason that China gets the majority of its soybeans from Brazil is because of Donald Trump. So if you roll back the clock, sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay, so like the whole soybeans thing, I feel like around here is, like in our countries, it's the most important thing is like it's the most biggest thing around here with soybeans and food, corn around here. That's the biggest thing in the market that around the world we get in South America. And South America gets most of that from our types of food, and it goes around the world. Everybody, the whole world gets fed by that stuff. What we do out here, and that's the most important thing. And you can say about what Trump, you could disagree about his certain things about his policies on trade, which I prefer myself as a trade protectionist in my view, because I prefer have some certain tariffs like on certain countries that don't do their part. In my opinion, when it comes to anything like in the oil business or anything in particular like in our farming industry, it's just I think it's I prefer tariffs to be on certain equities on certain businesses and certain products and industries, in my view.
So I mean, as far as your profession, so soybeans, and also you mentioned cattle, which I want to put a pin in the cattle thing because I do want to come back to that. But as far as the soybeans thing, if you roll back the clock to, let's say, 2016,
right,
or start of 2017,
right.
I guess it's easier if we do 2016. So China was getting its soybeans from us, right? There was no trade war.
Yeah. Right.
And then Trump kicked off the trade war in 2017, roughly. We start seeing those effects in 2018, right? But
right.
The trade war, the whole idea behind the trade war was, I guess, his narrative at the time was that China was screwing us over on certain things. Therefore, we're going to do tariffs, and that's going to fix things. Now,
I think it was more of a tactic. I think it was a tactic on his part to try to get them to come to negotiations on certain products and certain things that he wants the U.S. have an advantage over what China does, because China is the biggest country like we are. But the problem is with China is if they didn't have our stuff and we sent to them all the time in their country and the products we give them, if we cut them off on trade, their economy goes down. China goes down like a drum. If we didn't give them our products and our food and all that stuff and all the capitalist stuff we give them.
I mean, as far as what we give China, I mean, I don't know what products America sells to China. What we give China is our money. Like that's what we give them because they export to us like shit tons.
Yeah.
I think we make up I think it's 15% of their exports, somewhere around that. So
15 to 20%.
If we were to not do that, would their economy take a major hit? Sure. Would it destroy them? No. That's kind of the thing, is that China has diversified, right?
True. They're not the poor country like they were back in
China is not the China of the 90s or the 80s, right? Which it was still mostly, everybody was riding bicycles and shit. It's not that anymore. The economy has developed at a rapid pace to be on par with the United States. So, I mean, as far as soybeans go, Donald Trump kicks off this trade war. Soybeans is one of the things that comes up. And we didn't really get any kind of benefit from that trade war at all. Like you said, it was a negotiating tactic. If we were to assume that it was, that is a terrible tactic, because we didn't get any kind of benefit from them. We got basically false commitments from China that were literally the pretext for the trade war in the first place. Like China said, oh yeah, we'll buy X amount of whatever, pinky swear. and then China didn't do that. But
Yeah,
what they
at
did
that
do
time.
was they diversified where they got their soybeans from, and they ramped up their relations with Brazil. So that is one of those things that all that did was fuck over farmers here. And so soybean farmers got bailouts. And there were other farmers
Yeah,
as well, but
but
there were these bailouts that Trump had to do because, they were fucked.
well, let me counteract to that about what the whole bailout thing. I know it was twice. People said he did the bailouts twice on farmers. The way I feel about that, like with farmers, the way they feel about it, when the whole bailout thing is okay. Us farmers saying, okay, he's giving us bailouts to give us more help, and they will say, okay, us farmers, we appreciate that. That's how most farmers say, oh, we appreciate the help because we're under this trade war with China and certain countries that we're dealing with. Okay, so us farmers don't look at just from one, like, okay, he's doing a bad job on this deal with China and the negotiations and all that, and there's no like agreement there. So he's going to get bailout to us, help give us more money and more help into our communities and our farm communities. So we don't look at it as a bad thing, I don't think, because we didn't look at it as a bad thing. We think it was just more help.
So, I mean, we're not really getting any benefit from the trade war, though. That's the problem. Like, if you look at the tariffs, like the average tariffs, and again, this is just, rough math, but if you look at the average tariff amount, the percentage that China had on us,
Right.
So basically how much they charged for any American products going into China.
Right.
I think, and I'm pretty sure it was roughly 8% in 2016. And for us, how much we charged on them,
Right.
I'm pretty sure it was like 2 to 4%. Now,
Right,
if you
right.
compare that to what it was back in the 90s, back in the 90s, China, it was like over 30%. It was some crazy fucking number, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, that is a testament to, hey, whenever you build trade relations with a country, the tariffs tend to come
Right.
down. And
Right.
that is how you do it, right? That is free market capitalism, whatever the fuck 101.
Right.
As far as what Trump is saying about, oh, but China's screwing us over. I mean,
Every country tries
how?
to do it their way. They want to try it. Well, to tell you this, the reason why I had gotten to that point about with China and these other countries in Europe is people feel like for so long, because have you heard the New Deal, like about not the New Deal, the Marshall Plan? Sorry, I got that screwed up.
Yeah.
The Marshall Plan after World War II. So the Marshall Plan was to help Europe after World War II, to help Europe, all these European countries that didn't want to fall under communism under Stalin. Correct? We get more economic aid, and obviously around here in Missouri, for soybeans and food and grain and everything, and all this good kind of good stuff in the United States. So people feel like for all those years since we've been giving them money and resources, and all we've given to them for decades, for 80 years, it feels like, or longer, since we've been helping. No, it just feels like we've been been taking advantage in certain aspects.
Wait a second. Time out. Did the farmers who were producing those crops get paid?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Cool. So how are you getting taken advantage of exactly?
We haven't been taken advantage of.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought. And also, so why is it a good thing that we went from China buying $12 billion worth of soybeans in 2024 to, like, none now? Why is that a good thing? That I'm confused.
We're still producing. We're still producing.
I didn't say you weren't producing, but that's cratered the market. It's also led to more farm bankruptcies in the last 2 years than we've seen in, like, fucking forever, since the Dust Bowl. So why are you willing to sacrifice legacy family farms to farm bankruptcies just because.
So
I mean, like, even if you were like, we want to stick it to the like, this is a thing that we're producing and selling to the Chinese. That's a good thing. Isn't that what we all want? Like, I'm very confused by your position on this, especially as a soybean farmer.
So, to be honest with you, that's the way I look at it. Is we've been doing it for the last couple of years since Trump came back into office, is because he's done like more to help the farmers.
No, he hasn't. He's literally done. I'm going to stop you right there. No. I'm going to tell you that every single study, what you're doing right now is you're saying something anecdotal. Every single study from the Cato Institute to dude, he's done more to harm farmers during his entire.
Have you come to the Heartland?
I don't need to come to the Heartland to look at the numbers. There have been more farm bankruptcies that we've seen in the last 2 years than we've seen in fucking forever. So you're telling me that if the president has caused more farm bankruptcies than fucking we've seen it in decades, that's helping farmers?
So before you overreact.
I'm not overreacting. I'm asking you a question. I asked you, is it a good thing that we're seeing more farm bankruptcies since Donald Trump became president? Yes or no?
I said no.
Cool. So then how is he being actually helpful when we have legitimate studies from multiple agriculture? What's that?
So the studies you want to go off of, are they even accurate? If they're really
they're accurate because they're accurate. Yeah. So you're going to tell me that the Cato Institute isn't accurate?
I don't believe their numbers.
How about North Dakota State University? And their Center for Agricultural North Dakota State University Center for Agricultural Policy and Trade Studies. How about them? Are they not good enough for you?
Hey, don't try to throw crap at me. Okay?
I'm not trying to throw crap at you. What I'm doing is I'm giving you facts and figures and sources, and you're telling me your fucking feelings, bro. By the way, what's the price of a bushel of soybeans right now?
It's low.
What's the price of a bushel of soybeans in Missouri right now?
So last time I checked, I have to go look. So
nope, I want it right now. If you're a soybean farmer, you know it right fucking now. You fucking liar.
Hey, chillax, okay?
You're fucking lying. What's the price of a bushel of soybeans in Missouri right now? What's the price of a bushel of soybeans in Missouri right now? What's the price of a bushel of soybeans in Missouri right now, you fucking liar?
Okay, act childish. Okay, thank you very much.
I'm not acting childish. I'm asking you the most basic question that any fucking soybean farmer would know immediately off the top of their fucking head.
So, like I said.
Like you said, you're a fucking liar. You're not a soybean farmer.
Yeah, 200. It's like around $270. Okay?
No, it's fucking not, you fucking liar. No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's fucking not. You're off by, I don't know, $250, you liar.
Hey, stop acting like an ass, okay?
I'm the one acting like an ass? I'm not the one who called up and fucking lied about everything that I just said.
I'm not lying.
You're a fucking liar.
Hey, if you're trying to convince me to vote a Democrat party that
I'm not trying to convince you to do anything. I'm telling you that you're fucking lying to us.
No, I'm trying to tell you the truth because I'm actually a farmer.
Dude,
thank you very much.
If you are a farmer, you would know that.
The average price for a bushel of soybeans is between $10 and $12, you fucking liar. It's
Nemo,
between $10 and $12.
Okay.
There you go.
Nemo.
You're a fucking liar.
I see you on. Nemo, I saw you on the air stream.
Liar.
Dude, you were on the air stream.
Why don't you tell us what you really fucking do?
I'm a fucking farmer, dude.
No, you're not. If you were a fucking soybean farmer, then you would be fucking mad that Donald Trump sold you out for a $12 billion a year export industry, you fucking moron. And if you were a soybean farmer, you wouldn't say that a bushel of soybeans is $270 when it ranges between $10 and $12. You literally don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't
know shit.
Oh, really? You want to bet?
You're from Massachusetts. You don't know. You're not. You're from.
I know.
Massachusetts.
I'm from Massachusetts, and I know more about this than you do, which is
Hypocrite from
embarrassing as
Massachusetts.
fuck, you fucking moron. This is
Hey,
why
you
your
go-
school
go ahead,
system
go
in
ahead.
Missouri should be funded better, but since you're run by a bunch of feckless Republicans, it's not, and this
Go
is
ahead.
why you're a fucking moron. You could have said the
well,
correct
first of
answer.
all-
By the way,
first
while
of
you
all-
stalled, and you were trying, and you were going, ha ha ha, ha, you could have looked
Why are
it
you
up
crying?
real quick
Why are
on
you
your
being
phone.
emotional?
You could have looked it up, but you didn't, and you guessed $270 when it literally is $12 right now. You're a fucking liar.
Go
Now,
ahead. Keep
why
calling
are
liars.
you
Keep
lying
calling
about
liars.
what you do for a job? Because you
Dude.
want to try and defend Donald Trump's farm policies when literally the
Dude,
people that live in
I just
Nebraska
told you.
and Iowa that are actual soybean farmers are fucking revolting right now, and they're saying that the
Not
things that
really.
he's... Yes, they are. Do you want to see them...
No, they're not.
Really, you want to hear them talking about it?
Dude,
Do you want to hear
you wanna
clips
tell
of
you
them fucking
Dude,
talking about it?
I'm actually.
I'm
actually.
actually a farmer,
calm down.
but I don't know
Calm down.
fucking dick about the literal thing that I farm. I don't even know the
Why are you
price of a
crying and being
bushel.
emotional about it?
I'm not
You
crying.
don't jack
You're
shit.
the one
Yes,
trying
you
to
are.
make excuses because you got
Dude,
caught in a
you're getting
fucking lie.
emotional. You're being emotional. Okay? That's it.
You want to tell us what you really do?
I just told you what I do, and stop trying to be an emotional asshole.
Today, despite the
like you always are.
23-day-old federal shutdown, the Farm Service Agency resumed core operations, including loan processing and payments. The reopening can't come soon enough for soybean farmers hurt hard by President Trump's tariffs. As CBS's Lana Zach reports from Iowa, the federal government is trying to give them $3 billion, but farmers say it's not enough.
Just one of these silos in Polk City, Iowa, holds about $50,000 worth of soybeans, but it should be worth a lot more. Soybeans are a huge business in the U.S., worth as much as $30 billion a year. But as a consequence of the trade war, the biggest importer, China, has completely stopped buying from U.S. farmers.
Farmers all across the state have had a challenging year.
Aaron Lehman is a fifth-generation family farmer and is also the head of the Iowa Farmers Union.
Is it worse than you expected?
Oh, it is. I don't know how many farmers who have approached me and said, you know, we thought that we would be having some trade tension, but we had no idea it would be this type of trade tension and this type of chaos.
Last month, President Trump said he would use revenue generated by the tariffs to bail out American farmers. They were expecting around $13 billion, but the shutdown stalled the process indefinitely. Now the administration is only offering a quarter of that amount.
The current aid package that's being released right now is simply current Farm Bill policies that have been in existence for the life of this Farm Bill.
Going back to when?
Oh, we passed the last Farm Bill 8 years ago. This is not the help that we need to deal with this trade chaos.
For as long as the trade disputes go on, the need for aid likely increases.
Agricultural economist Chad Hart.
Right now, you're looking at an ag downturn in combination with the government shutdown.
You give Argentina, which is our second biggest competition in the world. They're the largest exporters of soybean meal in the world. And you give $20 billion of taxpayer money to my competition. So that makes the Argentinian soybeans about $12.42 a bushel. So all my premium, they all went to Argentina.
How are your other farmers, for your friends, feeling? I know a lot of them are Trump supporters. Do they still feel good?
Everybody's pretty nervous. Everybody's pretty scared. Everybody's scared to death.
Man, that's really crazy. Huh.
I don't believe most of those from the Farmers Union. No one doesn't listen to the Farmers Union. Thank you very much. If you don't even know that, number one.
That
and then
literally
two,
was a Trump voter. That was a Trump voter
Dude,
talking about how he voted
maybe
for
he was
Donald
pretty
Trump.
pushy.
You literally don't know what the fuck you're talking about, you fucking
dude.
liar. Dude, no one was going to take you seriously. You just said that a bushel of soybeans cost $270, you fucking liar. Oh, you're from Massachusetts. You don't know anything about this. I know more than fucking you do.
Not really.
Oh,
really.
yeah, I
You don't-
really
you don't
do.
come out
Yeah,
here.
I really
Go
do.
work. I'm pretty much you're a lazy bone. Doesn't know how to work in a farm. 'Cause I bet you get worn out and cry like a baby on a hot sun.
Plus, shut the fuck
And the
up.
Democrat Party.
What do you
Shut
do?
the fuck
Do you
up.
shovel shit on a farm? That's why you don't know shit about shit? All you know is shit.
Hey, dude, I work on the farm and do cattle. We got 30 cows, you moron.
Cool.
And then you got
How do you feel
Nemo
about?
on there. You got Nemo on there too.
Yeah, I know. I was just gonna say, go for it.
So I'm glad you
hey,
brought.
hold on. That asshole, if he wants to run his mouth like that, and Nemo, don't try to run your damn mouth like you're being his sidekick all of a sudden. I remember you were on that other guy who was a liberal on Dallas, Texas.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
No, you shut the fuck up. You're on hold now. Number one, not a sidekick. Look at the fucking sign. That's number one. That's fucking co-host to you, piece of shit. That's what he is. Don't come here talking your shit to us after we just caught you in a big fucking lie, you fucking loser. Anyways, Nemo, you were saying.
And I'm confused. Who are you talking about?
Who the fuck knows? This guy's just a fucking.
I was on another guy's live.
Yeah, Stream, the guy from Dallas, Texas. Do you remember that guy who was a liberal? He was on your stream. He was on his stream. Remember? I remember you because you're on a different stream.
Talking about?
You know what I'm talking about, dipshit. You know what I'm
How
talking
long
about.
ago? Well, are you talking about like recently?
Like 4 or 5 days ago, yes.
Are you talking about Pickles?
Yeah, Pickles, yes.
What's wrong with Pickles?
I have no problem with Pickles. At least this guy, he was willing to listen and not be an ass about it. This guy you're talking to now,
well, number one,
Pickles is fine.
I don't remember you because I don't remember us talking to a soybean farmer. So
yes,
way to
remember
confirm that you
Missouri?
are not a soybean farmer. What?
Yes, I am. Stop trying to listen to your little buddy over here. Who doesn't
4 or
know
5
shit.
days ago, Pickles and I did not talk to a soybean farmer. If you were on the stream when I was there, I have not talked to a soybean farmer.
Yes, I saw you on the stream.
But I did talk to somebody who claimed to be in construction. Is that what that was?
Dude, I never said construction. I said I was from Harrisville, Missouri, and I said I was a farmer. If you didn't remember that, of course, you're kind of oblivious to that, clearly, because you're a liberal, number one. And two, you don't give a shit about anybody. You want to kiss this guy's ass and try to be a dipshit as a liberal. You want to think you're better than I am, but, no one doesn't follow your statistic world all of a sudden.
I mean,
and at least
okay,
the
cool.
guy
I'm a
fine.
socialist, but okay.
I didn't say you're socialist. I said you're far left liberal.
I mean, you're a socialist too, caller.
Hey,
you're a socialist too. You're a socialist too because you were just telling us how much you fucking love the bailouts. You're a fucking socialist too. Hello, comrade.
Dude,
shut up. Oh, do you not like the bailouts now? Are you going to backtrack on that one too? You fucking piece of shit liar. You didn't know how much a bushel of fucking soybeans was, even though you claim to be a fucking farmer, and now you're like, oh, we love the bailouts from Trump. You fucking socialist. I'm not bitching. I'm calling you a socialist.
Yes, you are. You're bitching,
you're bitching, oh, no. I think someone's upset that he got caught in another lie.
Farmers are going to vote for Trump. Farmers are going to vote for Trump.
Why would you?
9%
why would you vote for Trump, dude? Like he fucked farmers.
He's
literally fucked farmers.
Way better on economics than
Nemo. I already
Economics?
told him that.
Oh, Erika, you talked to this guy
told
too?
Him that. Yeah. He told me that he cared about unions. I swear you guys talked to him last night, and he said that he was a construction worker, but he told me that he worked in the auto industry. But maybe they all sounded like in Missouri.
He just hung up. He hung up. He hung up.
Oh, I remember the union guy. Yes, he did say he was in construction. Okay. Yes, I remember now.
He lies. He just lies.
Erika,
and he gets so upset. Yes.
Erika, did you hear? Yeah. Did you hear the any like? I don't know when you came in. I
heard Pickles, and then
you missed it.
Yeah, that's it.
He's talking all this shit to Nemo, and he's like glazing Trump, and he's like, I'm a soybean farmer, and he's talking about how much he likes that. I'm like, none of this is adding up. Like, what the fuck? And then I was like, hey, real quick, how much is what's a bushel of soybeans going for in Missouri right now?
Oh.
And he goes, I don't know. I was like, no, what is it? I was like, what is it? I pulled the fucking Nemo, Joni Ernst, remember? That's what I was thinking. Remember the bushel of corn in Iowa?
I was sitting there thinking that.
And I was like, what's a bushel? Because I pulled it up, And I was like, what's a bushel of soybeans going for right now?
Uh-huh.
And do you know what he said to me?
What did he say?
$270.
Bruh.
It's like
you must
12
got platinum soybeans.
It's like $12.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
I was like, bro, the fuck out of here. And because none of what he was saying, I like, dude, soybean farmers hate Donald Trump right now.
Hate him. They literally, wasn't in the second quarter of last year where they sold 0 soybeans to like China?
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
really bad.
Yeah.
And are they the reason why there was another because of his tariffs, there was another bailout in December?
Yeah.
I told him all of that. And he said, well, it doesn't affect us around here.
Well, thank you.
I was like, how?
So the other thing, so he said he was a soybean farmer. So we were talking about like obviously the original trade war that fucked over soybean farmers in 2017, 2018. And then like the recent one, he also said he was a cattle farmer or rancher, I guess.
Let me hold on. Let me take this guy and put him on hold for a second. Hi, thank you for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, sorry. Please continue.
He also claimed that he did cattle.
Hold on. Let's try again. Hi, thank you for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
35, Iowa.
Okay, or we're going to put you on a brief hold. We'll be right back with you.
Yeah, how about no?
Oh, okay.
What? I don't know how you thought that was going to go. He mustered up the courage to say it. So he was like, how about no?
How about no?
Oh, wait,
thank you, Mel.
Yeah, thank you, Mel. You're very kind to all of us. We appreciate it. Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I didn't vote for him, but I support him.
Okay, how old are you and what state are you in?
31, California.
Okay, we're going to put you on a brief hold. Is that okay?
For sure.
Thank you. We'll be back with you in just a second.
I'm going to get out of your hair because I'm not doing this. No. After the live I had, no. And also, you'll probably end up getting some hate callers. Where's that bitch? And I'm like, oh my God.
I heard that I heard that our friend from the other night came up to talk to you.
Oh, he was a mess. That he is not okay. He said that another creator and someone else doxed him, and he commences to play the tape of them doxing him. But guess what they didn't do in the clip?
What?
They didn't dox him. They didn't dox him. All they did was made a reference to his page. That was it. That's it. They didn't dox him.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes. Love you guys. Have a great night.
We
Have
love
fun.
you, Erika. Bye. Bye, friend. All right. W's for Erika. We love you. Okay. Real quick, before we move on to this next guest, I need to say thank you on the tube to our friend Taffy Bont. Thank you, Taffy. And Taffy wanted to say,
Satan is Lord. Satan is Lord. It feels so good to know that Satan is Lord. Satan is Lord.
thank you, Taffy. Appreciate you, friend. And also thank you to Deb for the super chat. It said, legislatively, Joe Biden was one of the most effective POTUSs since LBJ with a 50-50 Senate. The border bill was bipartisan until Trump killed it. Yes, I think you're referring to that other person who was but excellent point. Nemo, do you have anything to read off there?
Yes, I've got one. Andrea, thank you for the Venmo. He said, come on, guys, $2 train on Nemo tonight. I would love for y'all to run a train on me.
We would all love that. Who doesn't? I would
chugga, chew.
Run a train on Nemo and on me, and it's just all the way around, you guys. Anyways, all right, let's talk to Erika. Just don't. Yeah. Anyways, hey, all right, let's talk to this. Let's talk to this next caller. All right. Okay. Thanks for holding, caller. Why do you still support Donald Trump as of July 2026?
It's a little bit of a lesser of two evils, I suppose, to some degree. I find it nearly impossible to support the Democratic Party after the way they've been conducting their primaries. So I find that I think that the Democratic Party has been just crazy, undemocratic is the word I would use when it comes to picking who is going to run against the Republicans. So I think that the Republicans have been way more fair. Starting back at Bernie, I think we can all kind of we all know that the Bernie versus Hillary election was extremely unfair. And since then, I'm going to go ahead and say the primaries have been worse and worse almost every year. So I find myself unable to support a Democrat. I'm still a registered Democrat, by the way. But yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, that's your motivation for not voting for Democrats?
Yeah, that's a big part of it. Like this recent election, whenever it was Kamala versus Trump, right?
No, like we've heard this talking point. Wait, so your beliefs align with Democrats, but you're upset about the a process thing?
Some of my beliefs align with Democrats. I don't, I find myself.
What beliefs align with Democrats?
I'm pro-choice. I am pro-gay marriage. Throw some more at me. Economically, I believe that the progressive tax system makes a lot of sense, right? Generally, when taxes get passed, I believe they should be progressive taxes. I feel like those are some pretty big ones, right?
Okay.
Like pro-choice. Pro-choice is like one of the biggest talking points, I suppose, in America right now, right? So.
Well, yeah, but okay, if you believe those things, what would ever motivate you to support Donald Trump?
Because I believe if the Republican Party was run the same way the Democratic Party was run, then there would be no point in ever even holding a general election.
A general election or a primary? I'm confused.
There would be no point in holding a general election anymore because the primaries are already rigged, right? There's a lot less eyeballs on the primaries, and it's a lot easier for a party to rig their own primaries. There's no, because yeah, it just is, right?
Okay, but I guess you're not really answering the question. Let's try this one more time. So, if you believe the things that you believe, which I mean, those things that you laid out, I agree with the things that you laid out. What would motivate you to vote for not even vote for Republicans, support Donald Trump right now, because he is against all of those?
I mean, there's some things I do align with him as well, right? Like I believe in a strong border. I believe in gun rights. So
do Democrats.
As someone that lives in California, I can tell you that Democrats aren't very good for gun rights. Like some of the stuff is just hilariously absurd, right? Like stuff in New York and California. When it comes like we don't got good gun rights, right? We don't even get started on the guns because you can't conceal a gun, but you can walk around with a strap across your chest. Like, okay, it's
I mean, like
in California.
That does. I mean, it kind of makes sense. You're saying, and so No, hold on. I live in Georgia, which is constitutional carry, so I can literally conceal carry without any permits or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But you're saying that in California, you're allowed to open carry.
You can only open carry, and if you want to conceal carry, it's like a whole process, and it's pretty illogical, right? Like if you're walking around.
Well, no, I mean, like honestly, that makes more sense.
I kind of see how, but it's illogical. As like, if you're a citizen and just wants to carry it for protection, I think it's illogical to have it across your chest. Because, like, what are you gonna walk around in the mall with a gun strapped like visible? Like, bro, it doesn't make sense, right? Everyone's gonna be uncomfortable. Let's be real. Like, everyone in that looks at you is gonna be very uncomfortable if they see us open carry, right? Like, we can agree on that.
Are there?
Look, go ahead.
I was just going to ask the caller: are private businesses and states, are they allowed to make rules about where you can and can't carry weapons?
Of course.
Cool.
I mean,
then
yeah.
I guess there's really nothing to talk about there.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah, because the Supreme Court agrees with us on that. So
yeah. This is kind of,
I just looked it up.
That's the discussion. It's about open carry versus concealed carry. Is it logical to only allow open carry in California?
Well,
And
I mean, I looked it up. That's not right. So open carry
you need
of
a CCP and it's a hassle. Yeah. So you need a CCP and that's. But like I said, that's an aside, right? It's like my point is,
Okay,
I agree with some things with Trump. I disagree with some things. But one thing I think is fundamental in a democracy is to have fair and free primaries. And the
okay,
fact
great.
that
If you want to have fair and free primaries, then you wouldn't support Donald Trump, right? Because the Republicans rigged their primary. And the Democrats didn't rig their primary in any way, shape, or form because the Democrats followed the rules of the DNC to a T, and the Republicans didn't. So I guess what you're saying is that you're just a hypocrite.
My question would be, if they followed the word, the rules to a T, why did Debbie Wasserman Schultz step down from the DNC because of the Hillary-Bernie election? And we've never had to have, as far as I know.
I was talking about Kamala and Trump in 2024.
First off, it should be Biden.
What rule?
Biden and Trump,
excuse
right?
me, but did Biden step down in July of 2024?
Bro.
Did Biden step down from the election? Okay, cool. Then Kamala became the candidate because guess what? The delegates picked her at the convention and followed the rules of the DNC, which is a private organization. There are zero rules within the Constitution of the United States that prescribe primaries. Did you know that?
Well, that's my issue, bro. I'm saying primaries are very easy to rig. They make up their own
Then
rules.
why are
They
you
decide who
complaining
is our-
about the Democrats when they didn't rig their primary and the Republicans did? Because do you know what's part and parcel of the Republican primary? Is that you have to attend all of the debates in the Republican primary to be on the ticket. Did Donald Trump attend all of the debates in the Republican primary?
Bro.
Bro,
Who cares?
Oh, who
Bro,
cares?
Did you
So
just say
now
who
what you're doing,
cares?
what you're doing is you were bitching about the primaries, and now what you're doing is when I bring up the fact to you that the DNC didn't actually do something wrong with the primary, but the Republicans did, you're like, well, who cares? You're just a fucking hypocrite. That's all that you are. Why don't you just admit that you're a fucking Republican?
I'm a Republican. I think I would identify.
Good boy. There you go. So stop lying to us and saying that you're a fucking Democrat. Now, what do you actually want to talk about? Because you don't really care about the primaries. Because if you cared about the primaries, you wouldn't have said the stupid fucking bullshit that you just did.
Let me sum up your statement. The Republicans rigged their primary,
and the Democrats didn't.
Trump,
Very good.
Finish.
No, I don't need you to finish. You don't have to fucking steel man my argument. I literally just laid it out for you in very fucking plain English. I'll say it slower. The Republicans let Donald Trump slide on the rules. Kamala Harris didn't. There you go. What the fuck else do you need to know? You're really fucking stupid.
Let me sum it up.
Bro, let me sum it up for you. You don't need to sum it up. I literally just did. Move the fuck on.
So, the Republicans rigged their primary because Trump didn't go to a debate. That's amazing. That's great logic. But yet, whenever
it's
Hillary
not
gets
logic,
the
it breaks the rules of the
Shut up,
primaries.
bro. Let me talk.
No, I'm not going to shut up. I
Dude.
told you to quit it. Shut
You
the
keep
fuck up.
interrupting me. All you do is interrupt.
Dude, you're willfully misinterpreting what was just told to you. So it's not that complicated. If you actually give a fuck about primary rules, because that seems to be the only thing that you have brought up.
I care about free and fair elections, bro.
Oh, okay, cool, great, wonderful. Okay, cool. So, and you kept harping on the primaries, and you brought up 2016, you brought up 2024. And the reasons that you brought that up is because that's going to give you like some semblance of legitimacy, because there's a narrative that Bernie was fucked over in the 2016 primary, and that the 2024 primary it was rigged or whatever because Biden waited forever.
It was bullshit, is what I'll say.
So if it was bullshit, Donald Trump did not attend any of the debates in the 2024 Republican primary. He did not sign things that he had to sign for the 2024 primaries. Notably, I'm trying to remember the state off the top of my head. I think it's Wisconsin. there was a pledge that had to be signed related to whether or not he was a part of the Communist Party and shit like that. He didn't sign that. So these are things that are requirements in the Republican primary. He did not do that. So if you actually are some weird ass hall monitor for the rules in a primary, then you would not support Donald Trump. You would not be a Republican, and yet you are. So stop with the bullshit. Just like stop sitting here pretending like, well, actually, I am totally a Democrat, but Kamala didn't do it right, so I'm gonna vote for fascists. Like, that's fucking stupid, dude. Just like stop with the song and dance.
You're acting like I'm nitpicking things.
That's literally what you're doing. That is literally what you are doing. You are bitching about primary.
What's the point of a call?
You are bitching about the primary in 2016.
Are we having a productive
and you're
conversation
bitching about
right now
the primary in 2024. You're bitching about the rules.
You can't
Okay,
tell me I can't
dude.
say it's productive.
What?
Exactly. It's not productive if you guys just keep cutting me off, bro. Let me speak for 10
No, it's not
seconds
productive
and
if you
I'll
say
give your time.
stupid shit over and over. You're not worth our time.
Like
You guys, Hillary
Speak.
literally got questioned to a debate.
Hillary, oh
Is
my
that the
fucking
same
god.
thing?
Dude, listen, man. Listen. I want you to explain coherently why you support Donald Trump today, why you are a Republican currently. I want you to explain that without any references to a primary or 2016. Go.
That's going to be very hard to do to explain why.
That's fucking pathetic.
Because it literally happened in 2016 because of the primaries.
That is so pathetic that you were a Bernie supporter. You're a Bernie supporter.
I was a Bernie supporter.
Yeah, I bet
That's
you're a
why
Bernie
I'm a
supporter.
Republican
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I
Are
want
you a
to
Bernie
fuck over
supporter right
Bernie
now?
all those elections in a row.
Are you a Bernie supporter right now?
Bernie's not around. He's not running. But if he was running for office, I would vote for him over Trump.
Do you agree with Bernie Sanders?
Not on everything, but I believe.
Oh, okay. So then this bullshit about being a Bernie supporter is irrelevant.
How when I literally said I would vote for him over Trump? I don't agree with him on everything, but I do.
If you would vote for him over Trump, then you would agree with him, right? Like, it's not that complicated, but you then want to couch in, well, I don't agree with him on everything, and that's because you know that I'm going to start pushing you on Bernie, because guess what, motherfucker? I am a Bernie supporter. In 2020, I donated to Bernie's campaign, and it really fucking sucked. Oh, calm down. Shh, shh, shh.
No. I was going to say
Be
that's
quiet.
because that money just
Quiet,
ends up going
silencio.
to
Cállate.
Hillary or Biden.
Pendejo. Thank you. Okay.
Hey,
So,
habla español también, puto.
I'm glad you understood me. So again, cállate. Gracias. So, as I was saying, I donated to Bernie's campaign in 2020. I was very much in the tank for him. It sucked when he lost. I got over it.
You got cucked.
I am a big supporter of Bernie. And Bernie Sanders has never once endorsed a Republican. So this bullshit that Bernie Sanders is your guy, but you would vote for Donald Trump instead, when Donald Trump is the antithesis of everything that Bernie Sanders stands for, everything that he believes in. Bernie Sanders never endorsed Donald Trump. Bernie Sanders would never vote for Donald Trump. But you don't want to support the people that Bernie Sanders does endorse, because that would mean voting for people that you actually don't like, because you actually aren't in favor of Bernie.
Vote blue no matter who, bro. I know you guys have been preaching vote blue
Dude,
no matter who for the past
what
12 years.
the
No,
fuck,
we
man?
ain't
Like,
doing that.
you are arguing with something that is not in the room with us right now. Like, do you want to have a conversation about politics? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, explain to me why you are a Trump supporter right now. What is it about Donald Trump? What is it right now that Donald Trump is doing that you agree with, that you think, yep, this is clearly why I voted for Donald Trump. This is why I support Donald Trump.
Again, I didn't vote for Donald Trump. But,
okay. You said you were a Republican.
Yeah, I do. I do support him. I do support him, and I guess right now.
Okay, explain why you support him.
Keep in mind, bro. Keep in mind, I'm a California Republican, so it's like, you know, we're as far as I'm not, you know.
Do you know the
far
irony
right.
of you saying that you are a
I'm not the
California
villain
Republican?
here. I'm not the villain.
Do you know
just to
the
be clear.
irony of you saying that you are a California Republican?
Yeah.
How
Like, I've
old,
been
how old are you
on
again?
it.
How old
What?
are you?
31.
31. Okay.
Yep.
I'm 33. The irony of you saying that you're a California Republican, you're bitching about gun control in California, right?
Yeah.
Take a wild guess when gun control really started in California.
I'm guessing it's under probably some Republican or another.
I mean, yeah. But take a wild guess.
No idea. 2000.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Once upon a time, in the state of California, there was this group of civil rights leaders who had a nice little parallel power structure going on because the police refused to do what the police are supposed to fucking do, which is protect and serve. And so this group said, okay, cool. Well, the cops aren't going to do it, so we're going to do it. We're going to patrol the neighborhoods. We're going to make sure that everybody stays safe. We're going to help out the communities in these neighborhoods. We're going to do the things that the cops are supposed to do because the cops are not fucking doing it. And also, we are going to avail ourselves of our Second Amendment right while we do it. And we are going to open carry, bitch. This little group was the wrong skin color. Because all of a sudden it's scary when black people do it. The group was called the Black Panthers.
I knew it. Yeah, I figured once you started.
5 seconds after the Black Panthers said, "Hey, we're going to avail ourselves of our Second Amendment right,"
gun control.
there was something called the Mulford Act that was passed. The Mulford Act was the first major piece of gun control in the state of California. Now, I want you to take a guess who it was. I know that you don't know because, again, all that you're able to tell me is that it was Republican. It was Ronald fucking Reagan. Ronald Reagan, while he was governor of California, passed that shit. Because why? Because in the eyes of Republicans, in the eyes of Ronald Reagan, black people are scary. They're carrying guns. Ah. So you want to sit here and say, "Oh, well, I like gun rights." Oh, you like gun rights? Well, then welcome to the resistance. Welcome to socialism. Because guess who likes gun rights? Under no pretext should arms and ammunition be surrendered. Karl fucking Marx said it. Guess who else believes in gun rights? The Black fucking Panthers. Fred Hampton, right behind me. Those are the people that you should be behind, not the party that literally brought gun control to California. That you actually are sitting here pretending that I have a problem with that. Ronald Reagan did that shit.
Okay, so what you're telling me today, right now, as a voter who wants less gun control, I should vote Democrat over Republican. That will lead to less gun control in California is if I vote Democrat today. Not what did Reagan do, not who did it first and not why they did it. Because, okay, it was a Republican and there were racist motives. Okay, so today, if I want less gun control, I should vote Democrat. Is that logical or illogical? Or should I vote Republican if I want less gun control today in California? You tell me.
You're definitely not going to get less gun control by voting Republican in California.
Well, I'm definitely going to get more gun control by voting Democrat. I can guarantee you that.
How?
Okay, bro.
I mean, how though?
You're leaving logic to the side. It's like right
No,
now,
dude. Like how you're not really proving the claim, right? California has been like a Democrat majority for the state for God knows how long. You're saying that by you voting Democrat, that's going to somehow lead to more gun control. I mean, it's not.
It's not going to lead to less.
Because like they're already a majority.
Like you're kind of being illogical here, and you're saying Republicans don't even support gun control. There's two sides. You can't have your cake and eat it too, right? Democrats are for gun control. Republicans are against gun
Nemo,
control.
this
Generally
guy is
speaking,
just
these
being
are
a
the
single
problems.
issue voter in fucking California where he's completely fucking protected. I hear his accent. He doesn't have any fucking clue. If he was in a red state, he's able to do this shit and act this way because he's in fucking California. That's all. That's all that this is.
like, but the
I
truth
got
is,
the worst crime here. What are you talking about? Like California, the crime, bro. I walk down the street at night. I'm scared. I'm a giant man. I can only imagine being a woman out here on the streets. I would be.
Where do you live?
Scared like.
Where do you live?
So let me tell you my address real quick, bro.
I didn't ask for your address. What town do you live in?
Los Angeles.
Okay, bro. What
Like-
neighborhood? What neighborhood of LA do you live in?
Not the best one.
Which one?
You're hilarious. Okay, Van Nuys.
Get the
Talk
fuck
me
out
while
of
you're
here!
at it,
You
bro.
live in
You
fucking
want my
Van.
street?
You live in fucking Van Nuys, and you're oh my! Get the fuck out of here! Also,
Okay,
Van
because-
Nuys isn't a neighborhood in LA. You fucking loser!
Dumbass. What, do you want me to tell you the street I live on? Let me dox myself. Like,
I didn't ask you to dox anyone, but Van Nuys isn't a neighborhood in LA.
it's in LA County, is it not?
When somebody says they live in a neighborhood in LA, never mind, whatever. You're in the
Someone's trying
fucking
not to
dude. You're in the
dox
fucking
themselves
valley.
to a bunch
You're
of
in the. You
liberals.
live in the fucking valley.
Bro, go ask anyone. Is Van Nuys a good neighborhood or a rough neighborhood? Like, just. I'm sure you know my neighborhood better than me. My
You
bad, bro.
live in the fucking valley.
Oh, you know my neighborhood better than me. You're so right. Ask anyone from LA. What is Van Nuys like? Just go ahead. Do you know anyone from LA? Go ask them about Van Nuys.
Why don't you move
It's a
to
shit
good?
neighborhood.
Then
If
leave.
you're
Then why
walking
don't
around
you?
at
Then
night-
why don't you fucking leave? Move out of California. Leave. Go to a red state where you can own a gun and do whatever the fuck you want. Move to Arizona. Why don't you move to Arizona?
I probably am gonna leave.
Good. Go move to Arizona. Go move to a red state. Good. Go.
I have a bunch of family here that makes it a bit more complicated, but I am planning on leaving.
No, I think
Don't
you
worry,
should.
bro.
I think that you should go and you should move to a red state.
Yeah. And do you live in a red state or a blue state?
Oh, I live in a blue state, and I'm never going to move to a red state.
Both you guys live in blue states?
I live in Georgia. Georgia's been pretty fucking
you don't
red
like
for a
it.
while.
You could move. You don't like the Republican policies. Move. Like, what kind of a dumbass argument is that, bro? Is this really the degree of arguments you come up with? You don't like
No,
it,
what
then
I'm
leave.
saying is that you're
You don't like it, leave.
no. What I'm saying is that what you're advocating for and the way that you're talking about things is that you don't understand because you're so fucking stupid that you don't understand that what you're advocating for is easy because you live in a blue state. That's what I'm trying to explain to you, and you're so fucking dumb that you don't even understand what I'm saying. Sorry that you didn't get it.
Bro, you're an asshole and you have no productive conversations. The other guy, I think Neon, he's actually good. He actually, he
Yeah,
doesn't
you're just
sit there
boring
and
as fuck, and
insult
you're
you
really
and say
stupid, and your
nothing,
entire
bro.
premise for the start of this conversation was so fucking dumb that we had to spend 20 minutes just to get to some meat of the matter, which is you on some stupid single issue thing that you want more gun rights. Cool. If that's all that you care about, leave California and move somewhere where you can open carry, like Arizona.
You can open carry in California. You can't conceal carry without a permit.
Conceal
you
carry,
don't know
whatever the
nothing,
fuck it is
bud.
that you want. Go somewhere where you can do that. Great.
All right, can I talk to the other guy again? I feel like.
No, I'm good. The dumb conversation. Anyways.
Pretty sure you can't open carry in California. Like, I looked that up, by the way. No. You can only do that if it's not loaded.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Like, he was just being disingenuous as fuck. That's so stupid. Just FYI, there's some newish news here in Maine. Apparently, there's a new plan for a 600-person nominating convention to choose a new Senate nominee.
Good.
So at least there's some input from other folks, and not just like being picked by the main Democratic Party, like on their own, which I like.
How are they determining the 600?
Don't have that information off the top of my head. Or I just saw the breaking news, so we'll have to dig into it a little bit more. So.
Yeah, somebody said in the chat that Planner dropped out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm so sorry. You didn't. I apologize if.
Yeah, I didn't know. I'm
so sorry.
Out of the loop.
I should have mentioned it to you earlier. Did not. Yeah, he officially dropped out tonight. And I have to say, I don't know if I was thrilled with. You can watch his speech. I don't think I was thrilled with that either. Disappointing. Just really disappointing all the way around.
Yeah. I was telling Nell last night, like we were talking about it, and I said that my prediction was that he was going to drop out within the next 24 hours. So, damn, I'm good.
Yep. Yeah. We agree, Erica, 100%. We agree it was good. He absolutely should have done it, and we both said that we pulled our support for sure. That was yep, 100%. So we just hope that that they follow through and pick a true progressive, because otherwise I don't think that the people here are gonna be enthusiastic about voting for him. So anyways, we'll see. Troy Jackson is the logical replacement. I agree. So yeah, I know. It's we need. Yeah, it's too sport. Jackie, we had said last night, we had announced it in the Discord as well, in Nemo's Discord. By the way, if you guys are not in the Discord, you really should be. But we absolutely were not supporting Plattner when the rape allegations came out. Absolutely not. The only reason we'd said, and I'll say it one more time, the only reason the thing with the original New York Times article was that the woman who made these allegations in that original article did not specify anything had happened. In fact, she said in the New York Times article that she had good memories of her relationship with him and did not say anything about sexual assault. That's number one. And then number two is the other woman who made the allegations about him knowing about the tattoo and everything like that worked for the Heritage Foundation and worked for an organization that was literally plugging for Susan Collins' campaign and different things. So we were like,
and like either helped with the whole Kavanaugh thing, or like openly defended Brett Kavanaugh.
Exactly. It was defending Brett Kavanaugh, which is like, what the fuck? So we were like, that, this feels a little fishy. This, not even close. This was open and shut.
Like we dove into the timeline on it. So the two that were named, Rasico, who is the woman from the Politico article. She was named in the New York Times, but like Matt said, she didn't really say anything that was originally what she said in the New York Times article was she had, I think, one unsettling experience, but that again, she described the relationship as good. Like those were her words, right? So people didn't really, I guess, pay attention to that. And as far as Rasico, in the wake of the New York Times article, she was asked, well, why didn't you say anything originally with the Time or with the New York Times? And she said, I was conflicted because I literally agree with Plattner's politics. So Rasico was in line with Plattner on his policies. And so she felt conflicted, which makes perfect sense. And then obviously in the Politico article, what she provided was, overwhelming evidence. There was absolutely no question. And what she described, honestly, I was pissed that Politico put in the headline sexual assault and did not use the word rape, because that's what it was.
Clearly. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I will try my best not to be graphic or anything of that nature. I just wanted to say that there's this thing that survivors do, speaking as one, and I've had to come to terms with this shit myself, which is crazy work, but this weird need to protect the abuser. It's just a weird, absolute need to protect them for some reason or another. I don't know why, to save face for them. And that's what it was. That's why we can't, when people are like, well, why didn't she say that then? And I know that's not what Nemo was doing. No one think that whatsoever, because that's not what Nemo was doing. What we have to think about is who is the person that they're talking about. And when you think about it, legitimately, like, this person is a complete nobody, is an absolute nobody, right? No one knows them from a can of paint, yet when asked for so many years how that relationship was and how that person is, it was a lot, but it was fine. It was fine. It was a growing experience. You know what I mean? Like that. And so I think what it is that, again, when you have it someone who's on a national stage, millions of people know their name, that is intimidating. That is extremely, not just intimidating, but also scary, because people can build up these cult-like followings, and you put yourself out there, people know who you are. People don't care. There are people who don't care. They don't care if you have a family, if you have children. They will say the nastiest things. They will send you hate mail. They'll send you nasty emails, inboxes. They don't care. And people literally see and read these things. And just like, I want to make sure I say your name right, Court Controlled Chaos just said, you protect them to protect yourself. Is if I don't bring the spotlight to them, then there's not going to be no spotlight on me. So I think that's what people have got to start understanding that. So I just want people in general to stop asking, well, why didn't she say something sooner? Or why didn't they say something sooner? Bro, we don't get to control when someone tells their story. Like, they're going to tell their story in their own due time when they're ready. And if they never tell their story, you know what? That's okay too. You know why? I say that's okay? Because it's something that they have to deal with. It happened to them. We have to allow people to be able to process things themselves. We don't get to determine how they do it.
Yeah, 100%. And there's no doubt that she needed the time to process it, because, again, from her original statement, from original statement in the New York Times article to what she said now, it became very apparent. It's very difficult to parse out from the original statement to get from point A to point B. That's why it was hard to just say, like, oh, well, that was because there were no allegations there in the first one, but this was very, very clear. There's no.
It had to be heavy. It has to be heavy on her. I think about it, like, when you finally like it's not to me it's not I don't know if it's courage. I don't know if that's a feeling, but like when you're finally just ready to say it because it's like you just want someone to know. And I can't imagine her sitting through an interview with the New York Times and telling them that the relationship was fine. Yeah, he did some things. Like you leave like breadcrumbs and you tell them that the things were like fine. And it's like she left there and I know she had to be thinking, oh my God, this person, if he wins, he's going to be in a position of so much power, he may do this to somebody else. And she had to sleep with that every single night. And she had to make a decision on whether or not she wanted to come out and say exactly what happened to her. That shit is tough. That is hard. I really just want for us in this country to show a lot more grace to survivors.
Yeah, 100%. And also, someone saying in the chat that the New York Times like covered up her allegations. I don't know about that. I mean, if they did, that's really fucked up. But that original article certainly seemed like they listed a lot of they were listing allegations of women, and what it seemed like in that article originally was people who had dated him describing a vet who had PTSD, and most of them basically said the same sort of a thing, was that he drank too much and he was aggressive, but no one had directly accused him of that. And again, the one person who made a bit of an allegation and was talking about the tattoo thing had some very, very, very serious conflicts, we'll just say, that were a little hard to ignore, but still didn't make any allegations of sexual assault against him. But the minute that there is no question that we choose to believe, and then we move forward. And it's really sad that this is where we're at. I think this is just awful for everybody involved. I feel so terrible for her, and I'm really proud of her. I hope this gives her some sort of peace. I know she must have been so conflicted. I know she was a supporter. I know she shares progressive values because she said in the New York Times article that she supports those things and the issues and different things like that. And so it's just awful. So yeah.
Yeah. Coasting Tide in the chat keeps spamming the same thing. Coasting Tide, if you're a Trump supporter, by all means, request stop spamming.
But
Okie dokie artichokes. So yeah. This is what it read in the New York Times when they did the report on him. It says, Miss Rasikad also said that in 2021, he arrived at her house drunk after she had asked him not to come over. She declined to elaborate, but said she cut off contact soon after that episode and found his behavior reckless and unsettling. That was written in the New York Times report. And the thing is that they are saying that like the Times buried it because it was about like the 70th paragraph within the expose on him. And yeah, if you didn't read every single word of it, you may have missed it. And then also Rasikot is saying that the New York Times didn't look into what she said enough, which I don't know, but if I was I ain't gonna hold you. If I was a reporter and I heard that story right there, like he arrived at my house drunk and he came over after I asked him not, like she said that, I would have more questions, but I can only ask more questions that she's willing to answer at that time. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to push someone's boundaries. So I don't know. I don't know if there's any impropriety that happened here. I do think here she's saying that she did tell the New York Times what happened. Matt, I'm gonna send you the article. I'll send it to you on Discord.
What, the original New York Times article?
No, this article that's going over why she says the New York Times buried it.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Yeah, that
And
would be
it
good to
does
read.
link back to the New York Times article too.
Yeah,
Where is
I haven't
that?
gotten a chance to read that yet, so that'd be good to read. If they did something wrong, or if they did, that's fucked up too. So I think I would be surprised, because I actually felt like that piece was, I thought they were very much trying to strongly, point out, anything that they could, and say, here are all these women who have come forward and said that, he had issues, he had problems. I felt like a lot of them, like you said, that they couched it, and maybe that's just because they were doing exactly what you said, Erica, and maybe that's what we need to be looking for now, is that we need to understand more that there's going to be that level of saying, like, well, it wasn't so bad, or it wasn't like that's what we need to understand. I don't think you're looking at it from that
Oh,
perspective.
this is gonna get messy. You keep reading. It says Rassicot told Politico that she did tell the New York Times about her assault claim off the record, not that she declined to elaborate. She said she told the Times she didn't want to go public because she didn't wish to be known as a rape victim. And what she says is, my part of the story was just a read over, Rassicot told Politico about the Times report. And the story was Lindsay and the accusations of her being politically motivated. Remember the woman who supposedly like works for the RNC or whatever? There was a huge focus on her. You didn't hear much about Rassicot. You didn't hear much about her.
Yeah, we've talked a lot
This is
about
bad.
Lindsay Fiefeld and her potential. There's a lot. I mean, she worked for the Heritage Foundation. She was working for an organization that was working to elect Susan Collins up until April, and different. And again, not saying that precludes anything. It just certainly left a different tint. And her main allegation being with the thing with the tattoo, saying that he knew about it, and different stuff like that we were. But again, I think it's all water. It's all water under the bridge at this point, because this is absurd. And the fact that they would have, really buried the lead, or that they were trying to do it. It's funny, because I read that article is that they were absolutely trying to, be honest and try to say these are the things that are wrong. But in fact, maybe they were trying to protect him. I don't know. It read the other way to me, but here we are. So if they knew, and she said that she said it, then
To answer it is. It really is. Um, I gotta look to see like, are they like mandated reporters or anything? I have to look into that. But for Penny, the answer to your question is it happened in late 2021, according to Rassicot, and also in the state of Maine, the statute of limitations is 20 years. 20 years. And for civil suits, it is 6 years. So she has a little less than half a year. She wants to go civil, and she has about 15 if she wants to go the criminal route. And the criminal route, that'll be for the state, because the state, they still can file charges. So that part we'll have to see how that plays out.
I don't know if she wants to go through all of that. This by itself might be this by itself, just I'm sure that this is incredibly overwhelming. But if she wants to, she should. She absolutely should. There's no two ways about it. She should pursue it. That's fucked up. I wouldn't blame her though if she didn't want to and didn't want to go through all of that, because that's got to be. I mean, I just can't even imagine doing what she just did. That's enough by itself. So.
Did you see what Trump said about it? About everything?
No, what did he? I don't. God damn it! Do I even want to
Fucking
know?
idiot.
Curtis, that's bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. Curtis, I literally just explained that there is an absolutely. This is so fucking overwhelming. Like you have no idea that just to even come forward with this. Just get the fuck out of here.
I didn't see the comment. I'm not even gonna.
Yeah, don't even. Not worth it.
Curtis, you may have the Matt sticker next to your name, but I may have to take a liberty. You need to chill out, bro. You really got to chill out.
Yeah, no, I'm good. You can be a timeout. I'm not. We're not doing that. We're not doing that shit. Yeah. Exactly, Hark. Even without the public spotlight, the majority of people do not choose to pursue charges. Let's see here.
I want to hear the video because he said it to reporters on Air Force One.
Yeah.
I just keep finding quotes on it, and I don't like when they do the quotes because they don't typically
I think I've got
give
it.
the whole thing.
Speaking
Okay.
of Democrats, do you think that
All right, hang on. Here we go.
Democrats should be able to pick a replacement for Graham Plattner? He's had all these new allegations that have come out. Now Democrats are talking about picking a replacement for him. Should they be able to do that?
They're picking what?
A replacement for Graham Plattner if he steps out of the race.
So he won the primary.
And now there's these new allegations.
It's very hard for them to do. And it's really a question of whether or not you believe the woman. A lot of people say big falsehoods. It's he's in a bind. He's in a bind. But should they be able to do it? Well, I guess he's going to lose. I would imagine he's going to lose. It's very interesting when a Republican woman came out with the same charge, nobody believed her. When this woman came out, everybody believed her, right, Doug? Did you get any pictures of it, Doug? You don't want it. They wouldn't sell them.
Speaking of Democrats.
When a Republican woman came out with the same charge? The fuck? What does he mean? Oh, he's talking about Lindsay Fifield. Oh.
And that's in better news. Donald Trump has been they basically been ordered to release the $5 million payment to E. Jean Carroll. That's good.
That is
Give that
good.
lady her money.
Give her her money.
Give her her gosh darn gone money. Yeah, that Plattner dude, that shit is like, dude. He going to prison. But fade into obscurity. Also, one more thing, because I cannot let you all sit here in this somber mood, all right? Did you see Thomas Massey's post yesterday that he did about?
I did.
I love that shit. Shit.
Oh, that was great. You want to read it?
I talked to Mitch McConnell for 20 minutes. I still have it. I think I can get it.
I
It
have
was
it.
funny. Go ahead, show it to the people.
Hello.
That joke was funny.
Here. Where is it? I had it here. Here it is. So Scott Jennings tweeted, I spoke to my old friend Mitch McConnell this morning. Still recovering. We talked just 20 minutes about Iran, Ukraine, the situation in Maine, blah, blah, blah. That's what he said. And then Massey posted, I spoke to McConnell for about 20 minutes this morning. He said we should end the war with Iran, quit giving aid to Israel, stop spying on Americans without a warrant, and he's really sorry about how my primary turned out.
Nice.
I didn't know Massey was funny. Great comedic timing. We all should do like someone like a comment on the FB post was like, we all should turn this into a meme. And I was like, what would I say in my 20-minute conversation with Mitch McConnell? I spoke to Mitch McConnell for 20 minutes today, and he apologized for 2016 and not letting Obama pick a Supreme Court judge.
Oh, damn.
I have to say, we rated Jaden last night. And I don't know how many of you guys it was. We stuck around at least for a couple of minutes, and we got some fucking amazing Mitch McConnell impression. Like, that was...
Jaden did a Mitch McConnell impression? Really? He can do an impression of anyone. He's so freaking awesome.
He's so fucking good. But I mean, he was doing the Mitch McConnell, and he even had like the face down in the whole thing. I swear sometimes he has to do the face and the hand, like it's like getting into fucking character and different things, different things like that. Coasting Tide, look, you want to come up and you want to talk about all these things. Nemo and I have already discussed all of these things about Plattner. We've discussed them. We don't need to rehash all of it. Okay, I know you want to discuss it. We've literally gone over everything that you want to talk about. It's done. It's done. So I think we're good.
Like the next time we should hear about Graham Plattner, hopefully it's about him being friggin' arrested. I ain't gonna hold you.
Pretty much.
So that's it. All right. Now the thing I did read though that is it called Our Revolution? Is it the Hill that has it? I take in way too much information on a daily basis, and I'm trying to think. I think it's the Hill that has it. All right. Oh God, someone mentioned my name. Why would they do that? The Hill has it, but Troy Jackson. It was just in the comments
Troy
earlier.
Jackson. Yep.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like the replacement, supposedly. They're looking at him because Bernie's group endorsed him to be the replacement. It's like Our Revolution or something like that is called.
Is it Our Revolution or is it I thought that
R something. I don't know.
Is it I thought it was like something fight.
The Hill has it. I'm at the Hill article right now. Let me see here. Okay. It's Our Revolution. Yeah, a political group funded by Sanders endorsed him. He's a Senate president out in Maine. So yeah, it's Our Revolution.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm just so happy I remembered it.
Yeah, hopefully Troy Jackson gets it.
Yeah. But I've been summoned. I don't know why, but I have been. So I'll be back unless you about to end. It's almost 11 o'clock my time. You gotta go night.
It's late.
Look at that old man face. He about to fall asleep, y'all. Look at him. See? Look. He just fell asleep. Y'all didn't even know it. He pulled a Mitch McConnell. All right, bye, Nemo.
Damn. Later.
Out. Bye.
Bye, Matt.
Bye, Erica. God damn. All right. All right. Let's see what we've got. Oh, by the way, thank you to Wesley over on the tube. Sorry, missed that earlier. Wesley says, "Hi, Matt and Nemo. Sorry I'm late. My cousin just had a baby. We've been celebrating because her side of the family has suffered the effects of Agent Orange for 2 generations. As always, much love." Wow. Well, Wesley, you don't have to apologize ever, but congratulations on the new addition of the family. Thank you to Melvin, who says, "Erika, you're a warrior in many ways. Much love and support to my sister. Miss you guys, and surprise politics reared its head at a baseball tournament. Talk to you later." Uh-oh. Pacific Wave said, "Weekend at Mitch's Shanghai Boogaloo Part 2. Oh, geez. And Taffy says, "Are we doing Star Wars watch party with Erika tomorrow night?" I don't know. Maybe we should. So, I don't know. Neo, you got anything else over there?
Yep. So, Gigi, thank you for the cash app. Said, for a spot on the train. Thank you for that. Mel, thank you for the 2. You said for the $2. Thank you. And yep, that's it.
All right. Well, we've got. Are we doing Green Day Jam Night on the 31st? I don't know. I helped you pick the best watermelon? Well, yeah. I mean, I'm glad I know a few things. So do a couple of things anyways. So, yeah. All right, let's see here. Yeah, let's see. We've got Pickles is on, Danielle is on, Joey is on. What would you like to do, Nemo? Where should we go?
Have we rated Joey this week?
Not this week, no.
Okay. All right. Let's rate Joey because I feel bad because I know that he's been on and we haven't rated him. So yeah, let's rate him.
All right. Joey does it. There we go. Let's head on over. Once again, thank you guys for your continued support. We appreciate it. Thanks so much. So we will catch you guys tomorrow night, same time, same bad channel. Just a friendly reminder, one more. I am going to be on early with our friend Ari. That will not preclude us being on at our regular time. So I'll be on early with Ari. So come and hang out with us and then be on with Nemo. Make sure that you are following Nemo on his account, his backup accounts. Make sure you're following me and my many backup accounts, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then make sure you're following over on the tube. You've subscribed both to me and to Nemo. If you need to get his it's right down here in the description of the video. We will see you guys. We'll see you guys real soon. And